world premiere. I know you gon' do this. I don't care who's first or last, but all I know is y'all better rock this at the drop of a dime, baby. I don't know what y'all came to do. Your bars gotta be hot if you wanna be on it. I don't care who's but your rhymes can't be trash. And you gotta keep going as long as the music lasts.
Microphone check, 1, 2, who is it? A nigga talking double black fucking dumb shit. Make 100K, but you still living bad. Nigga won't be the real to be his damn dad. Fuck that shit, I don't want the damn job. Make the same old videos, the shit getting tired. Who the fuck worried about another nigga dick? Who the fuck make you give a motherfucking lick? You gotta make content every day to get paid. Hot boy summer, but you never get laid. We thought the LW was the biggest damn snitch. Nah, it's the motherfucking son, bitch. 6,000 Instagram followers, several thousand YouTube followers. YouTube shorts looking zesty, and no responses from the ladies.
Y'all for people dissing? Well, he got the power, and truth be told, there's no one who shines brighter than the goddess of gold. Kick it, kick it.
There's somebody out here called TV, the queen of Tallahassee. More bitches wanna be me. So, with them skills, your ass can never see me, let alone surpass me. I'm just too pretty for you. So, when Bobby asked me, could I be up on this here track? I said, wait, he'll be right back. Stop for me, can't be black. On YouTube, shooting for the 100K black. While you rooting on the sideline, still in the chat. Imagine that, think complexes off of top of stat. Being the asses of my opera makes a baseball bat. Like Al Capone, I'm untouchable, lovable like Snubble. Living large and wealthy as a hustler. You wanna make trouble, I'll give your ass double. And rush you quietly, because I'm more subtle. Going live, I work the hardest, and you are not the hardest. Trying to defeat the golden goddess.
Yeah, golden goddess dropped that heat for the street. She can't be beat. But for the win, we need eyes from the WPN. Spin it, girl.
Eyes for full meals with the trimmings. Protection at work, no junkets for the women. In the beginning, came to the sector befriending. Devil got a 20, but he broke, I'm still winning. Got my day in the sunbed, we be twinning. Suckers want to stroke, but can't swimming. Suckers too broke for DC swimming. Are you listening? I take ride and leave niggas' faces glistening. Don't get it twisted, no hoe here. My number's unlisted, I'ma breathe in. Have no fear when you discuss me, get my name right. The sector shed tears when Gus, I took flight. Day and night, I be the best that you ever seen. Suave lady of class and sometimes obscene. Y'all, I mean, you envious and green, but don't bust trust. I'm just letting off steam and I'm out.
That's heat. Eyes brought the fire. Calling Dr. Bombay. Can you take it any higher?
This ain't what you're used to. Leaders of the new school. Baby, I'm a dog. Come and find me like a blues clues. You know I'm the who's who. Sipping till the moon's blue. Pull up with a drink and show a ninja what his views do. Boo-hoo. This shit's magic, not voodoo. They know I'm a big shot. These others niggas pew pew. 22 in jeans. I'm smooth. I'm clean. Since a weed lab and rehab a music scene, I do my thing. My tool was to fix and get her clothes off. Got her saying, damn son, the way I make it so fall. If you want some FaceTime, just hit me with a phone call. I can't be conservative, I hit it till there's no walls. You should love me, I be spitting more than a toothless junkie. I'm never scared to use money, cause I'm used to money. Swear all this rapping and these dudes turn me to a mummy. I'm only ether in her ego if she's super ugly. Word.
Aw shit, Bombay got that style the ladies dig. But are you ready for the Troll King? Mr. Trig.
The sector, symphony was meant for me. I started from the chat, now my name lives in infamy. I stepped into the sector, talk is so lame with the words to trigger. Nigga, troll the whole scene, the creative chameleon. Switching up the vibe, the words so slick, you can't deny the tribe. Troll gang, niggas hate, we still watching. My name, Ray Triggs, I stay quiet. Black sheep, you're the boss in this bitch. No cash out, I'm already rich. Maserati Triggs, the simp with all the charm, but all you can do is say, look at his arm. Escalade parked outside, they didn't know it, but I'm done with this verse, so let me stop trolling. So Triggs out this bitch, it's time to say goodbye. Headed downtown for some wings up at the high.
Triggs got that flow that was smooth, slippery, and slick free. But coming to the stage is Big Daddy.
I got a gun so big that I can't even hold the bitch. I gotta throw this shit over my shoulder. Nicky load a clip.
Somebody should've told a nigga, and Eddie can't step. Oops, there goes another speakeasy plan.
On his graveyard. Y'all should've told him to stop. Not from New York, but I lace and put a shell in your top. And I am not Wu-Tang, but I ain't nothing to fuck with. People speak they dumb because they run with the fuck shit. Got niggas bitching about what drama do. He left you on that front porch like I'm a dude. The next nigga to exercise is right to pull up. Gonna need help from a machine for cardio that push up. Have your apple, don't fall too far from the tree. Make me wonder what your kids gonna grow up to be. I hope not you. Let me tell you what you gonna do. Make them moderators cause they whole future blue. Get them some wrenches so they can learn to put in work.
Speed, hold up, wait a minute, hold up, what you doing?
Nah, Nikki, let me cook.
It's over.
You're talking over me.
It's over, let it
You're
go.
talking
Hold
over
up.
me.
Bombay makes beats for these YouTube streets, you dig? Bombay makes beats for the YouTube streets. Takes these whack-ass sectors and makes them better. Remember, don't come over here talking your shit, or we will begin to fry that ass on a regular.
I'll tell you. I had a boy.
Oh, now you gonna preach to me, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna preach. And you gonna listen!
You heard the man. I know you heard the man. What's up, y'all? It's Dr. Bombay, the architect, in the place on a Friday night, giving you that smooth saturation of an alternative conversation, because I know you need it. I know you need it. You got to need it by now, right? So that's what we here to do. And also open panels. So, maybe we could talk about something other than hating on the next man. All up in their business because we don't got our ish together. So, we got to keep our eyes and speech focused on the next man. But see, that's the thing, right? Welcome everybody that came in here. Make a change. Welcome Diggable Logic. Man, I keep thinking Diggable Planets. And Miss Petty Ray came through to see little old me. Man, I'm feeling kind of special. So anyway, check this out, right? Now, what we doing here is Endeavor for 2026, y'all, bringing it in, alternative conversations. Now, this live was kind of on my mind for a few days. Might sound a bit dated because you know why? I've just been sitting on it. Just ain't had time to get down here and turn on the microphone to get it done. I like doing it during the week, though. But, like I said, some people on the Friday night want an alternative conversation, alternative adult discussions. And that's what we came here to do. So check this out, right? So now, like I said, I'm a little bit behind the times because I was going to come in here and talk about the whole government shutdown and all that stuff because I really feel like the internet is oversaturated with a lot of beautiful one. I thought I smelled warm cinnamon. Welcome. We are oversaturated with this. Everything I'm hearing on the internet is always the Democrats this, the Republicans this, those on the left this, those on the right this. Man, I don't belong to any of that, right? All I know is I care about preserving the laws and things like that. When the government shut down, a lot of people suffer. But as you can see, we got this new thing we're doing out here. It's like the more cruel you can be, the better. Because basically right now we're in the middle of a heartless administration. I want to get on and off the politics real quick because it's kind of trying to keep it light for a Friday night. So anyway, they had cut off some SNAP benefits, which was more of the cruelty to basically force the hands of the other side to get them to agree to something, which they did capitulate to, and they did do. So like I said, I'm behind the times because by the time I got around to talking about this, they had already caved and opened up the government, which again is now fueled by almost 130% all propaganda, So me being who I am, I always had questions. So again, I saw a few people like mocking those who are on food stamps and losing their benefits, half the people laughing are on disability them damn selves and getting a government check, but you know how it is. They got you so deeply programmed that you got to kick the next man that's just as well off, bad off as you down, right? So I didn't find nothing funny about that at all. You know what I'm saying? It's not just your baby mama that's loading up her cart with shrimp, steak, and deep fried snacks. This cutoff would have affected the elderly, veterans, single parents, children, and in a lot of cases, adults working full time for large companies. Man, you better ask somebody. There's people out here with full time jobs that actually, you know, are relying partially on benefits because the corporations are basically squeezing the common man into a modern day slave, which is why I try to appeal to a lot of my friends online, letting them know, like, dude, you ain't no better off. You know, it's the same old game they run. They give you a target, somebody to be angry at, and they tell you them, you know, the people over there, they coming to take the little crumbs that you got. Meanwhile, they're enriching themselves. By now, you should have figured out the mechanism. So the thing is, right, when the government was shut down, you know, I was wondering, why is the administration ignoring the court order and trying to appeal the release of the funds to feed its people? Like, yeah, seriously, your government literally ignored the court order to release the funds for SNAP for people to eat and children to have a little breakfast and stuff, and actually wanted to appeal the decision, of course. So I ask you a question, who is the government for? You know? But see, we like to keep our mind focused on a lot of silly ass stuff on the internet. Don't get me wrong, I'm all about some entertainment, the key human laughing and all that. You know, I'm a big perpetrator of that here, but at the same time, the whole country's burning down. I don't really want to sit here and think about the next man's court case. That doesn't, you know, what difference is that going to make? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so, you know, having a government that will actually petition against its own people causes a lot of folks to lose faith and trust in the governing bodies. You know what I'm saying? They basically, again, 100% propaganda. The lie is the Democrats wanted to give benefits to illegals. There's not a dime of federal spending allocated for illegal immigrants. So that's an outright lie. But see, they think that you're so dumb and stupid that you'll believe anything because they got you heated up and full of hate. Not you per se, people. But, you know, you got the MAGAites out here, just pure 100% hate and dumb. Perfect blend, right? You can't find anything written into any bill about illegals receiving federal dollars, right, in support of them. Now, of course, they'll throw things up in one-offs like, well, Medicaid provides some funding to, you know, emergency hospital facilities. Therefore, if an immigrant, I guess, gets hit by a New York City bus, they might end up in an emergency room. Yeah. So I'm saying all this to say, maybe you're being bombarded with so much of it, you just didn't understand it. So I'm just putting it in layman's term, and I don't want to stay on that because this should have been Tuesday night, not Friday night, right? So again, the Republicans actually stated they would not cut benefits while cutting spending, but that's exactly what they did, right? And they had about 78% support for the ACA subsidies. You know, 78% of people receive those, the Obamacare, y'all, as we call it, or the Affordable Care Act. So here's a question, though, like I had in my mind. This is not exactly going to be a boring live. I know I'm in part of the boring network, but check this out. Why is it every time it comes down to money in your government, why is it always programs that help people survive always put on the chopping block first? It's always food assistance and health care for the common people. You notice the whole argument about them pushing a bill through was all about affecting those programs. Why is it never subsidies for corporations or military spending? Why you never see those groups shaking in their boots about a cut? Common people don't have the lobbyists or PACs or direct line to politicians to air their grievances, which is why the corporations and these larger groups have more say than you do. Welcome to democracy, right? So anyway, yeah, that's the question I always want to ask. Like, why is there an argument over that? Again, I mean, you all know what happened with the big dumbass bill. Basically, you know, they cut all of the subsidies for Pete the common man, Medicaid and such, gutting it, literally right in front of their very eyes to give tax cuts to the rich folks. Now, I have a lot of MAGA friends. Hopefully you do too. Now, don't hate those people. Don't cut them off because they MAGA. Talk to them. Pick their brains. Because basically, I want to know why you people voting against your own self-interest. Oh, somebody told you a illegal alien was getting $1, so you're just going to let them rape and pillage the whole entire Constitution because of that? All right, well, you know what? In the end, you'll be left with your hate, alone and poor, still broke, looking dumb and stupid. That's why you can't point fingers at the next man and get me to look and pay attention, because I'm not. You can't distract me. I don't care what that man is doing behind the curtain. Not my concern. But anyway, these programs and the people who need them are always picked on. Like I said, they don't have the political leverage to fight the system. They always label things that benefit us as wasteful or fraud, as an excuse to limit or do away with the whole programs altogether. Every shutdown is always the same issue. This is the pattern that they have, and it creates two societies within one country. One where you are rich and your needs are met and protected, and the other one where your survival is negotiable depending on political wins. That is the nightmarish reality that we live in. The American dream is a false farce and not obtainable in this day and time. Now, this is symbolic of something. When we know one person on minimum wage cannot afford an apartment anywhere in the United States and pay rent. So that means that we're going to have to lean on each other a little bit more, y'all. That's why I say during these times, I'm not teasing somebody about losing their food stamps, man. You say you're black people, you say you down for the black community and all that, man. Go check on your neighbors instead of coming on here politicking or, I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to be too negative, but you know what you do on here every day. But then you so big and bad and everybody's all pro-black, but you know what I'm saying? Go check on your peoples, man. Make sure they good. You know what I'm saying? So, again, it's always presented as either or. Either you have food spending or medical care, but somehow you just can't seem to have both at the same time. They already decided this false choice because someone decided other funds are untouchable. You ever ask about reparations? Yeah. What are my MAGA friends? Why should I have to pay for that? I didn't own slaves. Who's going to pay for it? Where's the money going to come from? But yet, when they gut $1 trillion out of a program and tell these dumbasses it's waste and fraud, you don't hear a peep out of them, which means at its base, it's just pure racism. In other words, it's about your black ass getting the money they don't want to see you get. And then you have some goofy ass black people that get on here and make videos about they shouldn't give reparations. People just gonna run out and waste the money. Why do you give a F? People are wasting their money now. 90% of over 90% of our spending dollars leave the community within 10 minutes. We're already burning through money. It's not like, and besides, who cares? I really don't give a damn. If I'm going to get mine, I'm damn sure going to take it. I ain't worried about what you do. Bro, if you want to go down Maryland Live and burn up all of your whole entire reparations check in a casino, by all means, go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it, military budgets, corporate subsidies, all are no problems when it comes to spending, though. And these entitlements are permanent, just like in the big ass, ugly ass bill. Everything that the rich folks and the corporations got are permanent. Any little tidbit of something that you may have gotten, that runs out. That runs out in 2028. Definitely. But see, I'm gonna get off the politics stuff, man, because it's not really my bag. It's just so overwhelming, like the level of corruption and things that's going on, and we never talk about it. We on here, like I said, we all caught up in the court cases. We all caught up in here on who kids did what. We all caught up on here on roasting and doing what we doing. I just decided to have a serious discussion every so often because some of y'all might be tired of the bullshit. So here we go. You know what I'm saying? One last question. Y'all, I'm sorry, I'm going to get off of it. I know I said, why didn't they negotiate all of this terms and crap before the shutdown instead of waiting until after and then pulling programs to create the most suffering? See, when you create a crisis and then force the other side to surrender, then there's no negotiation. There's only forced leverage. They use the same bullshit every time. And this is why you shouldn't surrender. right? Or bow down, because anytime they want their way, a body could use the same tactic over and over and always get what they want each time, because they know you're going to bend. So I agree. There should not have been no government reopening until the majority got serious about the demands from the other side. But, Democrats always do the same thing: capitulate, drop the ball, weak, fold, same old goofy ass stuff, whole bunch of speeches, do nothing. You had them on the ropes and you let them go. Now, I know some people say, like a Charlemagne, well, what about the people that suffer? People aren't getting their paychecks and people aren't. Bro, you ain't going to walk through the storm without getting wet. You got to sometimes it's casualties of war, son, to get to the bigger picture. So now check this out. And I heard the logic of, well, some premiums are already being raised and some, bruh, it's not even the point. The point is that you about to push something together that's going to stick for all time and cause massive suffering on a much grander scale than some people getting deferred a paycheck or two. All right, which takes me back to the importance of definitely you want to have 3 to 6 months of savings. I got to put my little shameless financial plug in there. If we keep coming back to the same position, it moves from ever being a serious negotiation in any future scenario, So what are we going to do based on their logic? Just allow the problem to get worse until you surrender to my terms. That's how they negotiate. Just make the situation more crappier, go full nuclear, starve the population just to force somebody's hand to take care of some rich people. Man, we need to get more involved in our political processes. I guess it is a good idea, since I did bring that up, man. We need to because see, right now, we're in our 30s, 40s, and 50s. Some of us coming into eldership need to be stepping up into some leader positions, if not in the community, in your own family. Instead of coming on here, this I think is kind of the worst, because it convinces people on here that they actually have some kind of power. I'm on a microphone. I'm affecting change because I'm talking on the microphone every day. Let me segue for a second. Welcome, Miss T.M.K. I want to thank you. I heard you last night over there at the Wolfman Jack show, and I thank you for explaining the whole blackout deal, because I wanted to talk about that too. I'm glad you explained it the way that you did, because again, I had no idea. I thought it was just kind of a, let's drum some people out of the internet, and you really cleared that up, and you made it make a lot of sense, and I completely agree with that. I would say this. I would say that if a person is going to do that, the next time whoever spearheads it, kind of, just make sure your hands are clean too, because you don't want to, you don't want to be taken serious. You got to definitely be an example. That's what you want to be, number one, and then you can bring people together. And I'm completely in agreement with that. I wanted to talk about that. I'm completely in agreement with that, because I feel like I want to come on here and I want to give my commentary, right? And if a person disagrees with me and I refute the disagreement, I don't think my job should be called. I don't think my spouse should be woken up and out of bed in the middle of the night. I don't think that my kid's school should be called. I don't think any of that. I don't think my criminal record should be exposed. And miss me with it's public record bullshit. It's not, you know what I mean? It's a weak ass tactic. You can't debate, so you got to go for the jugular and hit people in their personal life. Let me, you know what? I'm kind of jumping ahead where I wanted to go, because I wanted to talk about 2026. As a matter of fact, I will segue to that. Let me explain something to you. I would say this: everybody that wants a change, everybody that wants to come on YouTube, have a good time, enjoy yourself, put up your real, actual content, because there's a difference. I want to talk about that too. You put up your real, welcome can't get right, put up your real content. You want to enjoy your channel. You want to have civil panels where grown adults can come on and have a civil discussion and even disagree with each other without it descending into utter chaos with, you know how it is. Some people, you cannot disagree with them, because then here comes the loudness. Here comes the insults. Here comes, then now I'm really emotionally charged. So once I sign off on here, I got to now go dox you because you hurt my fragile feelings, which is funny because when I chose to sometimes not engage, I was called fragile for not engaging. I realize it's reverse psychology. I didn't fall for it. I just cried to T.P on the phone about it. But anyway, if you want to do that, you know what? Step one, go to your channel, right? And create that atmosphere. Go to your channel, create that. And when you have your panel, moderate your panel. Don't allow, because see, I'm not doing that. I will never, ever, ever entertain two people on here yelling and screaming. I'm going to sit back on the mic and let that bullshit go on for a whole 15, 20 minutes. You can't hear either person. That radiation will not fly over here. Also, the repetitive old ass narratives, I do not want to hear that no more. I will never host a panel where it's like, but you did this, but you did that, and you did this. I'm holding you accountable. I'm holding you accountable. And you did that. Not doing that. I'm not doing it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm too old for that. I look stupid in front of my grandkids doing that. Don't want to do it. So I will make that change. You go to your channel, make that change. I wish I had that cue from Rocky IV. We said you could change and we could change. Anyway, go to your panels and run the show like that. See, me personally, speaking of panels, I also in 2026 will not be visiting any toxic panels, meaning if your panel ain't moderated, I'm not going up there to talk because you know why? I don't need some bum ass, no count, no job having ass, drug addict ass, Negro, yelling and screaming, cutting people off, turning up they cheap ass, loud ass mics. It ain't even loud. It's all distorted, filibustering, all that stuff, and not having a civil conversation. What I want to argue with you for? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And let me clarify drug addict for a second. Let me tell y'all something. Everybody, almost everybody, you got something you enjoy. You might enjoy a beer. You might like red wine. You might like a shot of whiskey, brandy. You might smoke some marijuana or something, right? Now, in life, you know, I'm going to tell you like this. We should do everything in moderation. Do you know what moderation means? Now, y'all have heard me talk about weed from time to time on here. I do not smoke. I do not indulge. Growing up, when it used to be actual real marijuana, when it was real, there were two types of people who would smoke. Those who would smoke and laugh at everything and find things funny, and those who would smoke and get super paranoid, scared of their own skin. Guess who was number two? That's me. So I cannot smoke that stuff because then I'll be scared of air. Hey, I guess somebody intended for me not to partake. Now, I don't know what would happen if I ate one of the brownies laced with it. I don't know. Don't really care to find out. I'm really comfortable being just sharp and sober all the time. I'm one of those people, right? I'm turned on when I wake up. Now, the difference is moderation is some people will work and get off, come home, eat their dinner, and drink a couple of beers sitting in front of the TV, watching the news. They might go out on the back porch and fire up the bong or something like that. Just a little bit of an unwind. Now, let me explain something to you. If you're waking up in the morning and the first thing you do is grab the substance before you wash the crack of your stinking ass, brush your teeth, or eat your bacon and orange juice, and then after you eat, you smoking again, then on the way to the job that you're supposed to have, but you really not. You just dropping the kids off to school because your baby mama works and hold it down, and you got a puff in the car, got the kids going into the school, stinking, smelling like weed. Then you come back home again, lay your ass up on the couch, play some video games, smoke some more. Then you like nod off for about an hour and a half, get up, eat that half a cheesesteak you had left and, some of the kids' Lunchables and shit, because now you got the munchies or something. You smoking again. Basically, this cycle goes on all day. You probably a drug addict, yo. You not a casual smoker. That shit got you by the throat. It got you by the throat, yo. You an addict, yo. You need to get some help for that shit. Miss me, you could talk all of that, you wanted to be a 5%er, but you didn't really read the lessons and learn supreme mathematics, talk about it's from the earth and shit, yo, you can go ahead with all that because that shit don't work over here. You're a drug addict and you need help. So guess what? I will not be arguing with your types sitting up on some unregulated ass panel. Not gonna happen. And you damn sure ain't gonna argue with me over here. So first of all, for us to have a conversation, you gotta have a brain. So I'm gonna say to all of you sensible adults out here that wanna make good content, wanna laugh, that you wanna roast each other and have fun while doing it, knowing that the other person isn't gonna get pissed off and all of that. Hey, go to your channels, man, crank it up. And then let's get behind the scenes and collaborate on doing some shows together so we can change the tune. And you know what else I would say? Hey, again, don't entertain the bullshit they bring. Don't let them bring that to your channel. Let them stay over there. See, here's what killed me. I can't deal with this us and them shit all the time. This how you know when you talking to some fools for real. Their so-called content is always about the next person. Now, you're going to have certain smart asses that'll come in my chat or on the replay and say, well, they always try this weak ass logic. How you going to talk about them talking about people when you're talking about them? Then you know what though? Then that would mean I would be sitting here in silence if I don't say nothing. The difference is 95.7% of my content is not that. And the only way I can address it is by referencing it. You will not see me stay on the same subject about an individual for 2-3 hours straight and beat that shit like a dead horse 4 and 5 times a week. That's what I'm talking about. I'm speaking to the sensible people that want some alternatives, that want to do something different. So everything out their mouth is, we better than them. We originated this. They try and be like us. They try and be like this. We did this, 4 years ago. They got that from me. It's this, it's that. And it's the same nonsense. Now, if you want to enjoy your bask in that radiation, feel free. I'm not entertaining none of that radiation because I don't want to hear that shit. I want to hear some original thoughts, ideas, creativity, talent. I want to see some real content. I know you say, you just turn on the mic and say anything. Oh my God, Andrea came through. Yo, I gotta holler at you, Drea. It's been a minute. And I think I found some family we got in common. Anyway, long story. Welcome, Drea. I'm glad you came through. So, like I said, I'm not gonna do that here. Their whole sermon is, look at them over there. The whole sermon. So, not doing that. I don't want to talk about no narratives from 4 years ago. I don't want to hear no lies about how you started up this, invented that, you created this black tube, and you did Welcome YouTube Unfolded. You created this black tube. You did everything. Okay, fine. Now what? What you gonna do now? I know what you used to do, but what have you done for us lately? Seriously. So y'all, let's all get together. We ain't gotta have no meeting. We ain't gotta have a blackout. We ain't gotta have a blackout. We can lay it down right here. I'ma start it off. I'ma be the example like y'all told me to. Shut up, go to your channel and do it. So here we are in 2026. We provide entertaining content and hopefully adult level podcasting. Now, hopefully, because a lot of y'all was mega talented. As you see, I started out the show with a song that like 6 or 7 of us got together and did, because that's what we're capable of doing. But see, those who cannot do that, those that don't have talent or can't even just sit back and appreciate talent because they so goddamn miserable, will find problems with that, and they will want to keep the toxicity going. They want to keep bringing up the repetitive old ass narratives and the same lines. Yo, we can kind of write a script. We already know what you're going to say when you get on the panel. So guess what? If that's you, don't get on the panel. Okay? Don't get on the panel. We don't want to hear it anymore. We want to know what kind of entertaining and thought-provoking adult podcasting that you're going to provide for us so we can tune in. Also, let's get back to creating real music and collaborations. Again, there are a lot of talented people on BlackTube. As you can see, I love grabbing a random person and dragging it out of them, right? Now, me personally, I'm going to take, just like 2025, I'm going to take 2026 and focus on learning a new skill. Yeah, man, trust me. I always say, you always want to take lead and convert it into gold. you know, the base metal lead converted into gold is alchemy. You know, I used to come on here. I first started doing music. Now, mind you, I was great at producing the music. I was just horrible at the audio and mixing and things like that. That was never my thing. I was always into composing. And then somebody, you know, started ridiculing how I was doing my little mix down. So I focused on honing my skills and learning mixing and mastering. This year, I focused on doing vocal arranging. And again, just challenging myself. I don't know what I'm going to do next year, what new skill I'm going to try to get into. Maybe some graphics or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll start getting back into, you know, producing, learning the graphics and effects and video stuff. Welcome to the Kang himself, Mikey X, excuse me, F23. That's right, the Kang. Y'all voted him in. I want to talk about that too. Oh yeah, and I did say making a clean break and learning a new skill. So I want to talk about that too. This king of the sector, right? So somebody came in with the idea. They tried the Godfather thing, but that didn't really work because there was one individual who referred to himself as the Godfather, and I had to break that down. You can't have another Godfather. Ask me why. See, if you think of Godfather in the sense of a mafioso, head of a family or something like that, that's one thing, but that's not what that the Godfather represented. It's more so Godfather as an originator, like James Brown is the Godfather of soul. He didn't invent soul music, right? But he's one of the early pioneers of it, so therefore an originator. So you can't come into something and unless you Christopher Columbus and say, I'm the originator of that. I'm the second originator. You can't be. There's only one originator, so there's only one person with that Godfather moniker. Okay, monocle, whatever. So now kings and presidents, that's something different. You can have kings in a succession, right? So therefore, somebody came with the idea of to have this thing called king of the sector. Now it seems like every time that happens, there's always a whole lot of nonsense to follow. First of all, let me explain something to y'all. Sector leaders are figureheads, okay? So king of the sector, which again, king of about 28 people, king of the sector it's an honorary title, right? And that does not impose any responsibility on the holder of that title. So please stop trying to add stuff onto this individual and tell them what they need to do as king of the sector. You should be da 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 da. Nope, 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 nope. The King of England does what exactly? A figurehead. Doesn't run Parliament, okay? Nor does he run Funkadelic. Real mamas, real problems. Oh my Lord. Man, I got all my old OGs here, all my originals from the conscious sector and beyond. Real mamas, real problems. Welcome. We're going to call her real mamas because that's what it says now. And she is really a mama. Can you believe it? Yep, it's true. But that has nothing to do with her title. Anyway, so you don't have any responsibility. You hold the crown and you kind of just do what you want. You know, you wear the title. You know, again, it's a figurehead, right? Right? And you are free to put on your own presentation, you know, how you want to project it, what you want it to represent. That's the whole beauty of it, right? It's a figurehead. It's an icon. And just so happens, Mikey just happens to be a sector icon. Yeah. Who else do you see in every chat, on every panel, on his own channel, on his own live, out live in the public? Even though he did get declined, he was out in the public, y'all. He let y'all into his personal life, got his dad on the live, his cousins on the live, his sister on the live. He's everywhere, right? An icon of sorts, or an avatar, or maybe a symbol, right? It's another word I'm looking for that represents that. Not a logo. That's more like a printed thing. What do you call that, y'all, when you have the, like, for instance, your high school mascot? Right? But in a good way. But see, for some reason, Mikey gets a bad rap from time to time because people think because he talks slow, right?
and he says crazy things sometimes, they think that he is slow, but it's not. Joke's on them. If you ever listen to Mikey on these panels sometimes, he says the things that most people don't think. He asks the thought-provoking questions. And what it is, the reason why they see, I done seen this 100 times. We went to school. Everybody had a Mikey in their school. You had this laid-back guy, kind of just shuffles along. He's not loud. He ain't rah-rah. And people get him wrong. They look at him and say, "Oh yeah, see, he could be a victim because he's not like us. He's not all loud and boisterous, so they think they want to try him, you know." So that's what they do. And then what it is, Mikey gets on these panels, and when he asks the questions, like when people are with the back and forth, he say, "Why do you care?" That's one of his famous lines. Rarely does he get an answer about how they care. Usually the person asks him back, "Well, why don't you ask them that?" See, that's not an answer. That's a non-answer. Mikey say, "Why do you give a F about what they doing? How does that affect you?" He's being the antithesis to everything that y'all find holy, right? Which is a bunch of nonsense and bullshit. So he basically telling you, don't sweat the small stuff. Y'all need to move it along. And I feel his sentiment because personally, I'm tired of watching the same live again and again, over and over. It's the same show. It don't change. It don't get no better. We just gonna keep going on and on and on, right? As in tonight, last night, this morning, the night before that, we gonna keep going on and on. So I did drop the link in case any of y'all got anything on your mind. I did say open panel. I can hold it down by myself, pretty much. I can definitely not gonna talk about no more politics for sure. But I'm telling you, though, man, you never hear about current events on these panels. You never hear it. It's never about what's really happening in the world. It's always, let's talk about 28 people and the same 28 people over and over again. And I'm telling you, as soon as the people hit the panel, you already know what they're gonna say. Because it's the same thing they say every time. I do have a Mikey style question for them people. How many times are you going to yell the same thing at the next person and think somehow mysteriously, if I say it for the 873rd time, they might just change their mind? My question I always ask is, what do you want from the other person? Because when you yell in their face, and even this person, I've seen this happen a few times, the person would apologize. And what do? You find a stipulation, something wrong with the apology. No, I ain't accepting your apology. It's up and it's stuck for life. It's up and it's stuck. You my op for life. Cause you said something about my mother. Yo, then if you're going to hate for the rest of your life, you're not going to forgive. You're not going to let it go. You're not. Okay, how many of these people do you have in your repertoire? And what are you here for every day? If not but to point fingers, not forgive, not move shit along, not grow, not evolve. What's the point? And that's what I'm saying. I don't want to deal with you, and I don't want to deal with that. I want things to move forward. I want new and fresh stuff happening. I want to come on and it be a new show with new thoughts. I don't mind the same old people, but we need to move it along, right? Because I personally do not want to come on here. I don't want to see nobody go to jail. I don't want to see nobody lose their house. I don't want to see nobody lose their job. I don't want to see nobody lose their relationship. I don't want to see nobody lose their dog, because, yeah, that can happen. My nieces, I don't know, the neighbors, they was raising the bullies and the pit bulls and the terriers. It was a hot day. Somebody just said the dogs don't have no water. Oh, hey, 30 minutes before he got home to take care of his animals, and guess what? They're going animal control at the door. Taking all of it was messed up. My nephew-in-law he's a dog, actual certified dog trainer. That's foul. That's what people do when they don't have no life. Your neighbors sit out there. Oh, she cared so much about the dog. She cared. Oh my God. The thing is, they're a happy young couple, and the neighbors cared so much in her window with her nosy ass. Here's my question. I swear to God, I wish I could have found out who the one was. I knocked on her door. If you care so much about them animals suffering, as you say, a mere couple of minutes with no water, why you ain't just take your garden hose and just aim it over there? right? Why you ain't throw a set of bucket down like in the yard? You ain't want to get bit. I ain't want to get bit. I ain't want to shut the hell up. You know, I could think of 100 ways you could have delivered. Hell, you could have squirted them in the face and just let them drink out the stream. Trust me. You know what I mean? But that's us. Miserable, hateful, soulless, ignorant, dark, scarred, pain-ridden, weak individuals. Our lives are so messed up that the only thing that we can do is come on the internet to torment other people. Because, see, we so weak, we can't even do it. We can't do it to somebody in real life. So you're going to be anonymous, calling animal control on the phone, or the neighbor that likes to call the city on my mom's. She got one more time to do that. One more. You got stage 4 cancer. You practically you got 1 foot in the grave, and you want to harass an older elder for no reason and keep calling for dumb stuff, right? But see, 2 can play that game. I can call people too. You know, I'm like, why you got 2 cars and you on disability? Why you taking up an extra parking space and putting these cones out here? I could get ignorant, but see, I don't have a lot of time for that, and I'm not gonna do that. You know, I told my mother, so I can fix this remedy. I'm gonna apply for a handicap spot in front of your house, and you don't even have a car, and you don't need one either, right? Guess what? Boom, that guarantees her a parking space, right? So when I come around, I can always park in front of mom's crib, right? But see, to me, that's kind of petty too. Why take up a space when somebody else could really use it? But that's my whole point. If you on here every day, why are you on here? What's your purpose for being? You know? But we all know the answers to that. But see, what we're not going to do is I'm not going to focus on the negativity and the negative folks. I'm going to look at what I can do, like what I said I'm demonstrating. So I'm going to come on here, have my 12 or 13 people like I always got. I'm good with that. And we're going to rock out, right? Man, I did want to do a couple of segments, but you know what? Let me see. Maybe I come up with something. Hold on. Nobody's joined me yet. I'm good. Let me see. Man, what to do. Okay, let me get this right, y'all. Let me get it right. I hope I can get this right. That's right. We call this segment of the show Man Code. I think a lot of us forgot what that is. We don't have a code no more. Some people say bro code. Ain't no bro code. Man code, right? That means there's certain things that a grown-ass man just don't do, just don't engage in. It's a code we have. And this week, I want to talk about pocket watching. That's right. One of man code violation number 173-A, pocket watching. Men do not worry about what's in another man. Stay out of another man's wallet. You don't never count the next man's money, ever. You should have your money. If you looking at his money, something wrong. Either you ain't got none, you broke, you hating, or you all up in his business. You should never be in his business. And referencing how he should be spending his cash. The next man, he earned his money the way that he get it. He can loan it out. He can gamble it. He can throw it out the window riding down the I-5 if he goddamn want to. As a man, it got nothing to do with you. You should never be in the next man's pocket. Ever. Ever, for no reason. Unless for some reason he's like, hey, bro, my hand's greasy. I'm eating some chicken. I need you to count my money for me. Well, guess what? It better be on the table, because if you reach your hand in this pocket, you know you done broke like 8 codes doing that. So, hopefully, you're not. You know what, though? Let's check out some comments, too, but in a minute. Anyway, man code, definitely. And you should never, bruh, please don't fall into the depths of despair by implying that the next man should be giving it to you without providing him a service. That is completely yayo. Yayo is an acronym meaning you're always yelling out, or it could be for something else that rhymes. But anyway, nah, man, we don't pocket watch. But see, a round chair, ROUNDCHAIR, round chair, That don't seem to be a problem because we always worrying about the next man. Matter of fact, we sitting here now, the whole talk of this week ain't nothing about what a next man done did with some money, how much money he made, where he spent it at, who he gave it to, who received it, why they gonna have a problem, and what he gonna do, how he gonna pay the bill now, and he good for him, he ain't gonna have no money no more, what he gonna do, he gotta give it away. And bro, I know y'all want to talk about your topics, and I'm good with that. But the one thing I ain't gonna do, not gonna cross the line into the man's pocket. That's irrelevant. Now, we could talk about that subject over here, but we're not gonna do that. Do you know why? Well, I did explain it 2 lives ago, now didn't I? So we're not gonna do that tonight. So anyway, let's talk about some of the comments. The sector is a family space, non-political. Now, see that right there? That's an individual that referred to a space called the sector and said what it is or what it's not. See, that's another thing too. If you notice something, if there is 103 people in this sector, there are 103 people saying what it is and what it is not. My recommendation is this: go to your channel, like I was saying earlier, y'all, because see, the thing is, and the brother makes a good point. He says the sector is this. He has a right to tell you what it is and what it's not. I'm saying if you don't want to get caught up in the is and the is nots, then you have to go to your panel and you have to create what you want. And he makes a point here. He says or a woman's money, just saying. No doubt about it. Actually, you know what, bro? I wish I had thought of that. You right, man. Cold pocket watching, not just another man or a woman. A man ain't worrying about nobody's money, is what I'm telling you. A man is out getting his. Bottom line. And guess what else a man ain't doing? Since you brought it up, I'm glad you said it. Another point: man don't take no excessive amount of money from a woman either. Now I know the 70s exploitation era might have glorified pimps. Oh, he's a pimp. He getting all this money, he controlling these bras. No, you just a lazy ass bum that don't want work. Yeah, you definitely should not be all up in a woman's pocket, man, tapping that. Now I know some of you who ain't got no daddies might find that to be some kind of badge of honor because some broad, she done gave you some money and you took it. Hey, look, by all means, I guess. I don't know. See, this is now, so you say, bro, what's wrong with that? Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's the way I was raised. I always felt uncomfortable because I was so used to when you was dating a woman giving you a bunch of stuff. Guess what they're going to do as soon as they get mad and you break up? They're going to ask for it back. And you never want to have yourself in a position where another woman who is not your wife by marriage, legally, providing for you as a man, unless she was your mama and you was a minor. Okay, so there are exceptions. Minor and husband, right? Other than that, nah, man. Nah, yo. Nah. If she paying your bills, what that say about you as a man? Now, I'm not telling you to go pay all of hers. I don't believe in that BS even. In this day and time, hey, look, I just said earlier, there ain't no job paying minimum wage where you can afford an apartment by yourself. And I damn sure know there ain't no job paying where you can pay all 100% of a woman's bills. A regular job, you ain't doing that. Sisters, please stop. Please stop saying that. I see a lot of young ladies on here talking about he got to pay all my bills. Hey, look, check this out. If you want to live like a woman from the early 1930s, then you need to act like a woman from the 1930s. And do you know what they did? Never mind. We ain't gonna go all into that. I beat that drum to death. Let's just say they were very ladylike, and they knew how to run a household, and they knew how to bargain, and they knew how to do things with their hands like sew, chop wood, fix stuff, go help out when needed, I don't know, put a wheel on the wagon when it came off, whatever. They had skills. Anyway, who do we got here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
shit, we got his goddamn highness in the house. King,
Uh, now,
K-A-N-G, Mike.
first.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I want to give you your flowers first.
Oh, he giving me flowers. That's gonna be on the next episode of Man Cold. Don't ever give another man some smell goods. It's like I'm joking. Go ahead, bro.
No, no, no. I want to give you your flowers first because you know you did your hard work. Like, you know what I mean? You put in work. I ain't gonna cap. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And you know
You
what's
know what I
funny?
mean?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
feel you.
And we
Yeah,
both kings. We both kings. Let's
no,
just do it like that.
no doubt about it. We sharing the throne. But
Yes.
anyway, we just don't sit in it at the same time. So that's also a man code violation.
Man,
Y'all know
man.
about that. You'll be sit. Hey, bro, we sitting on the bus. It's 4 seats. You better set your ass on the far side. Same thing. What's another man code violation? Public bathrooms. Hey, bro, there's
Man.
3 urinals. I'm at the one on the left. Hey, Mikey, answer the question. Which one do you use? There's 3 urinals. I'm at the one on the far left. So you come in. Which one
I
do you
go
use?
outside. I go outside like a
Mikey.
dog.
No, Mikey, you're in the movies. You can't go outside. So which urinal? Which one's the right one? You come in the bathroom. There's 3 urinals. There's one man already at the one on the far left. Which one do you use?
I have to make a mistake and go use the women's bathroom real
Okay,
quick.
see, Mike, Mikey could not get to his usual plug, so he went up there messing around with Marco and them, got some of that dirt weed that they done put some shit in. So now he doesn't know. But y'all, the answer is this: you use the one on the far right. You
All
never,
right.
you never pull up next to a dude. It's 3. It's a whole bunch of urinals, and you gonna pull up right next to him, yo. Come on.
Man,
And then got nerve to turn your head and start a conversation. See, that right there is a man code violation.
man.
Definite man code violation.
You like the
So
whip? You like the car?
what's that, a Corvette?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, they nice, man. Them Corvettes be out here now. I remember that for a while, like Corvettes had died down a little bit. Now they like back with a vengeance. That's the original American muscle car.
Man, somebody lives around here has that car.
Man, that's nice. Yeah, you know what? I'm trying to think when the last time I ever drove in a Corvette. I don't know. I probably worked on one once. I look at them though, man. I keep thinking midlife crisis. I should get one of those, but I can't. I can't do it. I don't really need. I'm not really a sports car person. I'd rather have a luxury car. I like that Mercedes Maybach. Hey, y'all, I know
Mm,
I lied. Let me see right now. I lied, y'all. Once I'm about to go tomorrow and cash this Mega Millions ticket. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta get. That'll probably be the only thing I get that's a little luxurious. Man, I love that car, man. Jesus, that thing got everything in it, yo. It's nice, but no, I wouldn't get one. I wouldn't get one.
that's a fact. It's pretty. Hold on.
Yeah, the Maybach's a nice car. I like when I pull up and see them fake Maybachs out here. Man, if y'all don't stop slapping them emblems on them S classes, we can tell. How can you tell the fake Maybach? Number one, the rear glass. If the rear glass is the rear quarter glass, if it's in the door, that's an S class. It's not a Maybach. The Maybach, the grill, on the Maybach, the fins are vertical. On the S class is horizontal. You know, so it's a couple other little things you can look at it and tell right away, not the mama. You know, and Lord help you if you open the door, you damn sure can tell when you look in there. I'm like, yo, where your refrigerator at? That's what I thought. Maybach got a fridge in it, you know.
No, facts.
So that's definitely a nice car. If I had one of those, first of all, I would probably only use it like I'll be like special occasions going out, and I probably have somebody driving me in it. But I'm not that I don't live like that, man. I couldn't even imagine. Nah, I would straight up just have a black Suburban with blacked out windows. I don't need the Maybach. It is a nice car though. And
Now
Mercedes.
with this, I'm only driving this if you see a beautiful female with me cruising around Manhattan. Right?
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. On the West Side Highway doing 140.
That's a fact. I mean, you showing her the nightlife. Feel me? Riding around Manhattan with that stunting.
Do they make them in convertibles?
I don't know.
Probably
I
not.
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder. Yeah, nice. Well, dude said my dad had a 63 vintage, the Stingray. Yeah, bro. So
Mm-hmm.
What you think about everything? You've been following the news and the government and all that. You follow any of that stuff?
A little bit, a little bit, a little bit, but it's why I was telling my other boy, I'm in the middle. You know what I mean? Because sometimes both of them be doing too much. You know?
Oh, absolutely. Too much and not enough.
Yeah. So I'm in the
You know?
middle. You know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They say they're gonna do this, and then, well, you know what I mean? Then they do something else, and then this party said they're gonna do this, and it's like, what the hell?
It's
You
it's
know?
the it's two wings of the same dirty bird. I've been saying that for
Yes.
years. Like you yourself can look out your window and say, "Yo, I think I need something that needs to be changed. Why can't we have Social Security where you can leave it to your loved ones?" Like that's a good question. Like, what if I retired at 65? I draw Social Security and die in 6 months. Why can't I just give the rest of it to my
And this my
to my
thing, right?
grandkids? You know?
Peep the game, right? Some people it's like, oh, food stamps is bad, whatever, whatever, right? But don't you know that helps a million people who can't, who can't go outside, or you know what I mean? And like they wishing that shit. Like people just be wishing, they be wishing that, but they'd be the main ones who have some type of family that's in that's in the system with with whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, they mad. They mad because they in
It's,
Walmart and Raynisha got a whole cart full of shrimp and she got crab meat and all kind of snacks. And they mad at her. See, I'm not the one. I ain't mad at Ray Ray. Cause what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna meet her outside. I'm gonna tap on the shoulder, be like, "Shorty, 50 cents on the dollar." I'm gonna
no,
holler at her right there in the line and roll my cart through. So I ain't mad at her. I mean, she gonna get what she gonna get. See, the thing is, I'm not really concerned about what somebody is doing, what she got. Because I look at it like this: after when the second and a half, third week of the month, man, she ain't got no dough, she ain't got no cash. So why I'm gonna be envious of her? Because she got a subsidy. You know what I'm saying? But see, I'm gonna get a paycheck every
man,
week. So every week I'm getting paid. I might not get nothing free, but like I said, you gotta do what you gotta do. So she in line, guess what? I'm gonna tap on the shoulder, shorty. What's up? I mean, hey, how
no
many you got
facts.
left? I know you want them bundles. What's up? So we gonna work something out. But again, what's funny, all the people that's hating on Raynisha and her food stamps, like they trying to act like they say words like welfare queens, when we know the majority, we know who on these stamps out here. And
Mhm.
it is not Raynisha and Taquan Denasia. They not the ones on the stamps and by the majority. So I know them facts. And as an individual person from this community, I'm not gonna hate on them. I don't care what they buying. I ain't got nothing to do with that, man. I ain't got nothing to do with that. She on Section 8. She pay $13 in rent, man. That's life choices. Hey, you too can quit your job and end your career and go get on Section 8 if you want. If you think it's so grandiose. Now,
That's a fact.
so like I said, that takes me. I guess I could have did a segment called People Code. We stay worrying about what's in the next man pocket. We worry about what's behind their doors. Like you always say, to quote you, why do you care about it? How does it
Facts.
affect you? These are questions. Judgment don't do any good. All it does is make you a person that find it necessary to pass judgment.
No,
It
facts.
doesn't.
Because 'cause I'll be telling them, why are you crying about it if you're not gonna help with the situation? You're just making it worse. You ain't no better than the next person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're just whining about this, and why this person, or why these people get this and they get all this and they get all that. So what?
Like T. Priest said, he thought he was hurting black people. He didn't realize he was hurting 60% of his base. He didn't
Mm,
realize that they were the main ones. But trust me, he done already alienated himself from them, so he ain't
mm,
getting them back. So
mm.
hey, I say let it go on. But one thing though, this administration did help me see. It helped me see that a lot of my MAGA friends are full of crap. They don't stand for anything. They don't stand for freedom. They don't stand for the Constitution, the rule of law, and nothing else, because they're sitting back trying to defend everything these individuals are doing, which is complete lawlessness. I ain't gonna get back on that. I'm just saying, like, what I love about these type of administrations, like in the first round on 45, it revealed he made racists feel comfortable to come out, and they did. They came out, and so they showed you who they were and where they were. You knew they were there, but definitely, he made it okay. Now he made it okay for these fools to do and say anything. It's complete anarchy. They can do whatever. But like I said, once all this smoke clears, all of y'all that stood by, all of you that aided and abetted, you're gonna have to answer for that. That's why a lot of them are now starting to turn the ship a little bit around. They starting to turn the tide a little bit. Oh man, look who we got here. We got T'Pring,
Hey,
the
Bombay, how are
wife of Spock.
you? Hey, Bombay, how are you?
What's I would be a lot better if I
Former
had
queen,
your chili
for,
mac right
former
about now.
queen, former
What's
queen
up,
from the
Mikey?
sector,
Hey, King
former
Mikey, how
queen.
are you today?
Yes, 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 yes. Former queen from the sector too. Right.
That was actually Verla that won that year, but
Ah,
when she conceded, then I became queen, kind of like by default. But either way, shout out to y'all for having this conversation. I think this is a great conversation. There's a lot of things that we're seeing in the world right now where it's almost like a power shift, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where the top is kind of crumbling. You know this being in the financial field, right? And
Yes.
seeing certain things where the top and the rich, even though the attempt was to make the rich richer and the poor poorer, it's actually backfiring on the economy because of the tariffs, particularly because of the tariffs, where prices of things are just super high right now, and that is actually affecting the poor people and affecting the middle class more than it is the rich. And that's because of these price hikes, right? Particularly because of that. There's other things too, but it's really a lot has to do with that. So for instance, we get a lot of our food imported here into the US, as opposed to local farmers. We do have local farmers here, but most of
mhm,
them, they kind of like mix into the economy as opposed to actually providing all of our food for us. So we get a lot of things like beef and other things from other places, right? We also get
mhm,
lumber and stuff like that from like
Canada.
Canada, yeah, for instance,
Beef
right?
from South
And
America. Mm-hmm.
beef from South America, right? And you got Trump out here actually blaming the beef farmers in America for why beef prices are like, you trying to pick up a London broil for like $50 right now, right?
mhm,
I mean,
Wow.
I ain't got no steak in my freezer. I don't know about you, but either way, the reason is because of how high beef prices are, right?
Yes.
Well, it's not their fault per se, because that's what happens when, inflation happens, right? When you start, adding these huge tariffs, which are actually taxes, right? Tariff is just a fancy word for taxes, right? When you add tariffs and these large tariffs onto things, they then turn around and raise those prices, right? Which now, they got to figure out whether they actually want to buy this from them, right? Because they can't afford to. Um, and then you got on top of that people that aren't even able to afford food right now. So it's really a big issue that's, going on. But with all that being said, there's a lot of bullshit happening, but it's also a shift in power. And this is kind of the time where Black people in particular will need to start taking those roles of leadership, like you were talking about, right? Maybe
Mm-hmm.
mhm,
start thinking about some career changes or thinking about some things that you want to do or that you've always may have always wanted to do and start moving towards those goals, because in the next 10 years we're going to see a big difference on who's actually running um, the economy when it comes to spending, when it comes to and really it's kind of like that right now. but we're just not in power, right? Per se,
Mm.
we don't have. Most of us are not black millionaires or billionaires or whatever,
So
right?
so so let me ask you this. So what you think about, like, they got this thing on the phone as an option that you gotta show your ID if you going anywhere around the world type stuff. That you gotta put your ID on your phone.
You mean the real ID?
Yeah, it's on there.
Yeah, I mean, I have my thoughts about that. I definitely believe in the Bible, and
Hmm.
I can say that I think that that's part of or the beginning of the mark of the beast. I don't know, right? I can't really say, but I think so.
Hmm.
That's kind of the beginning of it,
Yeah, because China already has it. So I was
right?
watching, and my man said now is shifting to over here to the U.S.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was like, at first I didn't believe it
Well, there's
until
also talks
you
with
know what I mean?
there's also talks about between the superpowers that they want to make one currency, right?
Hmm.
Um, where and it's kind of like that in a sense right now. It's not necessarily like that per se. We all still have separate dollars, right? But at the end
Hmm.
of the day, most of us pay, especially overseas, we pay with Visa or with MasterCard, right? No matter what country you're from,
Hmm.
you have a Visa or
Or,
MasterCard. Well,
or
particularly
American
Visa.
Express. American
Well,
Express too.
particularly Visa. I don't know about American Express as much
Mm.
overseas, but definitely MasterCard or Visa, but Visa for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
no, that's a fact.
this has been happening. It's been happening, but don't be afraid. This is the time, black people.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid at all. This is the time, this is our time.
So
It's
what you
your
think
moment.
about these people buying ESPN?
Who's buying ESPN?
I don't want to call them Indian people or the Saudi Arabia people or some shit like that.
Oh, you
Like
mean
the
EA Sports?
yeah, yeah,
I mean the
yeah.
Sims and stuff? Oh yeah. Oh, that's a whole nother story right there. I know a lot of things are about to change with that. I think so. I think more people are probably going to leave that game. I play The Sims myself, so um, I'm looking in the
Man,
Enzoy, which is better. Might be a little
man,
bit better, more freedom. But who knows?
man.
I don't know. I don't really particularly care about that. I think we have bigger fish to fry, right? That's more of an entertainment. But
No, that's
yeah,
a
right
fact.
now, y'all just get y'all shit together. If you gotta go back to school, go back to school. If you don't want to go back to school, don't go back to school. There's so many other things, but definitely explore, your possibilities and the things that you've always thought about doing, right? And those kinds of things. And let's build this money as a community. It's time. It's our time. So
That's
Exactly.
a
that's all I
fact.
wanted to say. And I appreciate you having me up, Bombay, and always your expertise on things and the great advice that you give to the sector. Shout out
Well,
to y'all.
it's a good
Hmm.
thing you came through because we are heading into a segment, Battle of the Sexes. So before you go, one question. On the
Okay.
first date, who should pay, the man or the woman? And before
Well,
you answer that question, right?
hmm uh-huh.
I'm sorry, I didn't have my thing cute. Wait a minute, hold on. Before I see, I'm messing up. I'm effing up, y'all, because um I was supposed to have my thing like ready to rock out. Actually, I do. Before you answer that question, sorry, y'all.
Oh, that
Go.
was kind of fly. That was nice.
Battle of the Sexes.
See up here. I see you. I see you with the content and shit. I see you.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Um, ain't nothing wrong with it. I love it. I love it. I definitely think the man should pay. That's something that my father took me on my first date, right? And he paid, right? And he wouldn't have expected anything less, right? From anybody. So, I got married out of high school, you know what I mean? And
Mm,
my husband paid for shit. That's what he did, right?
Word.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm old school. I don't know.
I
But
I give
I
I
think my
give you
daughters have this. Hold on, let me finish. I think my daughters have the same values, and my sons also have the same values. So,
Mm.
that's where I stand. People have their own thoughts on it, but I always have my own money too, right? So if I need to pay for something, then I would, but you ain't getting another date with me after. You couldn't get another date from me after that. Mm-mm. Not after the first date, and I'm paying for it. No.
Yeah, hold on. It's somebody here called D Darrell.
Oh shit.
Damn, I don't have no banner. How do you work that?
You gotta have a banner because
Oh,
we
it's
don't know if
actually
that's
him.
really
It's
deep.
wait a minute. Wait a
Oh,
minute.
it's him. Oh, okay.
He showed himself, but that could be a clip.
Okay.
Show it again, D. Hold up two
Make
fingers.
him make him hold up two fingers or something.
Oh snap.
D.
Oh shit, the player from the
What's up,
Himalayas.
Godfather?
I give you
What's up, guys? I'm not trying to upstage the
Oh,
show or anything. I'm gonna let
nah,
y'all flow, but
go and upstage it.
you sure?
What's up,
Yeah.
D?
I just wish I had a intro.
hold on. First of all, shout out to D Doral. You feel
Not the
me?
intro.
That's the original king of the sector, you feel me?
That's the Godfather.
The
Oh
originator.
man. Oh man.
Absolutely.
I explained that
What's
in
up,
the
D? How
story.
you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. I could be better,
That's
but
what's
I'm
up,
good.
man.
I'm good.
Of course,
So
of course.
I just wanted to hit you up, Bombay man, because I was I watch your show. Whenever you go live, because you don't go out live often, but when you do go live, it hits. So, I be honest with you, man. I just learned about the barrage of things that have happened today and yesterday. I have not been watching YouTube like that. And I'm seeing all the stuff that came out, and I guess they got the report, and everybody's doing different things like that. And so, who I would like to talk to are the people who have supported me silently, and those who have supported me offline. I do appreciate those who have sent me emails and different things like that. Those who have called me and given their positive support and everything. And I do appreciate those who basically are not falling for everything that what people are trying to do and so forth. Um, and it's like this is YouTube. This is the when you get into this arena, this is what happens. So for me,
Yeah.
I am not surprised, shocked, or overwhelmed, nor do I actually care, about what people are saying.
But you gotta care.
Nah, I can't care. I'm just not built like that.
That's
How
But
right,
you gonna
D.
have
I know that's
content if you
right.
don't care?
but the reality is that um people have shown their ignorance. Uh, Obviously, they don't know the business of mental health. They don't understand. They don't even know the capacity in which I operated, because that number that they think is a lot of money is really not a lot of money. They don't.
Exactly.
They really
That's a
don't
fact.
understand. They
That's a
really do,
fact.
they really don't understand mental health. They also don't understand the business itself and a lot of the nuances that involves that. And so when you see things in a report and you see the numbers and you're seeing this thing happen, that thing happen, the assumption is that I'm operating single-handedly, just taking care of people throughout the state of Texas in 3 different major cities. And they don't understand what that is. So my position is, and I'm gonna say to you and any other content creator that listen, let everybody say what they want to say. I said this on a live stream on my live. For those who are upset that I'm acting like nothing's happening, well, number one, it's not none of your damn business. But being that you're making it your business, let people speak, man. Let everybody say what they want to say. Let them say as much ignorant things that they would like. I'm not watching. I do get clips here and there from people saying certain people said things, but I'm not watching. I just really learned about this stuff. I haven't watched YouTube in probably 3 or 4 days, and I just learned about a bunch of stuff actually about an hour and a half ago. And then I saw you went live, and then you start kind of, because I know when you do go live, you do kind of say, hey, we not gonna focus on a man, his this and that and what's going to legal. And you don't even have to say that, Bombay. Don't let these people talk. Let them do as many videos. Let them put out all the information that they want. Let them say everything that they want to say about me. Let them say whatever, smear my name. I'll just let them do it. Don't speak. Let them do it. Do your content. You don't have to jump on a panel talking against them. The debate, the art. Don't let them say everything. Let them do whatever they want to. Let them say whatever they want to say. Just let them speak freely. It's no use to doing it. It doesn't benefit me. It doesn't benefit them. Like, it doesn't change. They have no effect. And like you said earlier, people get on the mic. They think that they got this inflated power and things like that. But my thing is that let them say, let them do the videos, let them do posts and all that different stuff. That has zero to little effect on anything that is going on. So, it is what it is. I'm dealing with things in the way that I'm supposed to be dealing with it. And that's it. That's really all I can really say about it. I have to deal with this, not anybody else. Somebody going on a YouTube channel saying, "Oh, you're guilty," and the people that matter in this situation don't care that you said that. Like, they're not like looking at your video and using that as a means to be far. That's not how it works. But everything that has happened is kind of the way I kind of predicted it would happen. And so it leaves me with no risk. It doesn't benefit me to respond. And I'm also saying, for those who support me, it doesn't matter if you argue with them or not. I would encourage you to put your energy elsewhere. Just put your energy in your content, whatever you like talking about, whatever, different things. Don't waste your time arguing with ignorance.
Yeah,
please don't.
Me and you talked about that before. See, they don't have any idea behind the scenes, like how deep we went into subjects and things like that. And I took your advice, and which is why I didn't go into it. Tonight I was making the reference saying what we're not gonna do, basically saying, getting ready for 2026, we're not gonna be in other people's pockets. We're not gonna beat the dead horse. And I even said, I'm not getting on the unregulated panels and having these, because I have a difference of opinion, or say, well, what about the Constitution or something like that? I got to now be with somebody screaming and yelling and acting a goddamn fool. I'm not doing that. And you're right, it's pointless, because truth is, no matter what you say, they're going to take, if I say anything, even if it's 100% truth or factual, they're going, oh, you're caping for, oh, you're windmilling, oh, it's going to always be something dumb. I don't want to do that,
But it, either way it go, it doesn't. The reality is that YouTube court of opinion has no value. It has no. I mean, it's great entertainment. It's wonderful entertainment. People have a right to have. Look, there are tons of people who have an opinion about me based on a YouTube character. And so what is very disappointing for me is that people are unable. I didn't realize I'm that convincing. that good of an actor. But there are people, and there's a person, I'm not going to say her name, who actually spoke on how she could not tell the difference. And to me, that is troubling and striking that people fuse someone acting and functioning in a YouTube as a content creator. Are there going to be aspects of you that show up when you are in content creator mode? Yes, but as far as I don't like some of the antics and things that I done. That was for entertainment purposes. That was the roasting, saying all that different stuff, the songs. There are people who really think that I intended to hurt people and demise and destroy their lives. And no, that was for YouTube purposes only. That was not meant to like affect your real life. But unfortunately, like I stated, there are people who are unable to compute the difference, and so they don't know the difference. They don't know the difference between reality and online. They don't understand it, and to me, that is probably the most frustrating thing that I've dealt with. Being on YouTube is that there are literally people who don't understand the difference, and I can point out one particular female, but I don't want to do that because that opens up a can of worms. But you all know who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But these people, there's so many people like this that it's troubling that they do not understand the difference. In my real life, if you would see me and talk to me, I probably would not have much to say. I'm way more talkative online than I am offline. I'm a very reserved, low-key person. Not as I am sociable to people that I've known for a while, but not like in areas. I'm not this person that's gonna show out and look at me. I said this, I'm showy this, and I'm showy that. And no, I'm not that way. I'm gonna give you an example. When I met G Gates in real life, G Gates expected to see the Godfather. What he got was Dempsey Spears, and he was disappointed. And unfortunately, he is still upset to this day about that. He did not, when he met me in Vegas, he thought that I was going to act the way that I act online, and I didn't. He was looking, the look on his face, and it to me, I was just, I was, had a little few drinks and stuff, but it was astounding that he actually thought that I was going to be in Godfather mode in public, in a public event, and like I'm not that type of person. But like I stated, it's crazy how people don't understand the difference, man. They don't understand the difference. There are people who, particularly in other sectors that I learned today, they're mad at me over stuff I said 5 years ago. I seen at least 7 or 8 shows about 45 minutes ago. I got the timestamps and stuff like that, where people were mad at me in the manosphere over stuff that I said back in 2020 and 2021 that I forgot about. Didn't even know people were mad at me. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, what is going on in y'all life that you all are holding me to such esteem to hold in and internalize you interacting with somebody that you'll never meet, don't really know, and you taking that to heart? That, or like, I didn't realize the sensitivity, if that and so I just didn't understand this. We want you to lose it all and die, alone and all this. I'm like, wow, man. Like, but yeah, I'm just getting this news like an hour. It's 10:30, probably around 8:45ish, 9 o'clock-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I start seeing some stuff somebody sent me. I got a person that they roam in different sectors. They sent me about 4 or 5 things. This is a person that's not even in this. They're in the manosphere, and they sent me stuff, and I was like, wow, like wow, like it. I didn't even think that, because I don't even be in that sector like that. Because I really stopped doing this type of content since June. June 5th of this year was the last time I did Manosphere or Umar Sector content. We're in November. You know, that was 5 months ago. And I strictly did my professional content. So, but like I stated, man, like, you know, getting on these panels, arguing, you can't argue with fools, man. You just really can't. Let these people say what they want to say. Let them think of me whatever way they want. They said that I'm a snob. They stated that I talk down on people. I was, shaming people for the money and all that. They actually think I'm like this in real life. I'm gonna tell you something. And see, this is what they don't understand. There are people right now who are almost homeless right now because I'm not in operation. Tell them that. There's about 10 families right now that are struggling right now because I'm not in operation. So you tell those people that and see what kind of response you're going to get. There are families that are at risk of losing their children, people who don't understand how to deal with their kids and adults who are struggling right now because of this situation and what has happened and so forth. And so my position is you can have your opinion, make a change. I don't care. If you can have your opinion, YouTube unfolded and whoever else about me and saying this different stuff, it does not matter. It does not matter because what you're doing is you're looking at information and you taking it for face value. And there's nuances and other things to that. You see a big number and you think that number, oh my God. And that number is not what you think it is. But my position is you have the right to think about me in whatever way you want to. I can't tell you not to like me. I can't tell you to dislike me. I can't tell you whatever. You can think of whatever you want. But the reality is that it's not going to change me. I'm not going to change who I am. Okay? If anybody thinks that I'm going to change who I am because you don't like who I am, then you don't really understand me as a person. I am who I am, who I've developed myself into. And I have done way more good than bad. And it ain't even close. So if you think that I did all those things that you saw listed on paper, then hey, have at it. You could believe that. But I'm not going to go out my way to tell you otherwise. And so I'm going to tell you, like TC, Bombay, do not argue with these fools. Let them think whatever they want to think. Let them believe whatever they want to believe. You got people saying stuff about I'm about to do 100 years in jail and all this. Just foolish. Let these people.
No, that 90 years was crazy. They was talking about that.
Let these people say whatever they want to say. And so my position is that's how I'm taking it. You will not see me. I'm gonna tell you what you all are gonna get from me. I'm still gonna go live on my D Darrell channel, and I'm still gonna talk about mental health topics, business topics. That's not changing. Now, if I guess they thought that I was going to get emotional, start yelling, cursing people out, mad, and oh, woe is me, this is happening, it's everybody's fault, it's the white man paper. No. I am, and they don't even understand that I can still operate and function. They don't, and so I'm not gonna go into detail. They see things, they see all of this stuff, and they just assuming things. I'm not gonna go back and course correct and tell them what I'm actually doing. Okay, I'm gonna let them just believe. Let them believe what they want to believe. Like that's. And I'm just telling everybody that I had one person contacting me today that was so mad and hot and mad at this person in the man. And I told him, look, stop. I'm not that angry. I'm not mad. I'm not even angry at all. I'm not even giving it um, any thought because I don't watch. I don't watch anything. What I focus on is I do stuff, drop little beats and stuff on my music channel. Um, I've done like 6 or 7 podcasts for different people, interviews and stuff on people that got podcasts and different. That's what I'm doing, and I'm doing my content on my D. I don't look at none of this stuff anymore. Outside of when people send me little stuff to see, like a 5 minute here and there, and sometimes I tell people, hey, look, that's enough. I got all of that. I'm good, man. Um, you know, and so but they do. This is somebody I've known well admit, but they just let me know, hey, this person said this. I guess what happened. Because I've known this person for well over 7, 8 years. I'm like, okay, but again, I'm gonna say this. Let the YouTubers YouTube. Period.
I think that's what we've been doing for the most part, though, D. Like,
Yeah,
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 we're not arguing with them.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But what I see is that, well, see, I haven't been watching, so I don't know what everybody been doing. But what I did see, the snippets, like, say for instance, there are a couple of things that I saw where you were on a panel on Photon or something. Somebody sent me, and they was like some kind of. I seen little stuff like that, but I haven't seen like tons of different things, like, but I've seen little things here and there. But and then and talking to Bombay was telling me stuff, and so this is also with him. Listen, for the most part, from what I've been told, the sector just like we don't want to hear this. We like this, like,
Right.
well, I guess a part of the sector, and there's probably about maybe 2 or 3 people that constantly, but that's what's expected. Would
Right.
you expect
Yeah,
them to
but
do
it's
any
not many
different?
people. It's not
Yeah.
many people in the sector that actually care about this.
Right.
Most of us don't.
But
Right.
you already know what they do. They see us on a
Yeah.
panel, they jump up and they try to access. We like, oh, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? You
Right,
like,
like
Yeah.
nobody want to talk about that shit
Now,
yeah.
now this
except
was
except the usual suspects, right? Like
yeah, it
Right.
was the
Right.
usual,
you know who
but
they
that's
are.
what I expected that. But that's what I'm saying. You got to expect them
Exactly.
to
Yeah,
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. We
Like
expect that. We
like
do
we
expect that.
but I was
we expect that. They
yeah.
mad
So
that we're not talking about it. Like they're
Right.
actually mad we're not talking about it. You know?
really, they're mad. They're mad that what they want you to
Yeah, like
engage
they
and
want to
argue.
grill us
Yeah.
about it, and argue.
Yeah.
Bombay done been through some shit over this. Yeah.
Really?
They want
Yeah.
us
Well,
to
well
they want us to
Bombay
be mad
did.
at you.
Well,
Like,
Bombay did tell me about some of the stuff, and Bombay could tell you. I told him the same thing I'm telling y'all right now. Like, do not just let I guess
Sleep.
that's Photon, Smoke, and Stargate or somebody doing stuff. Let them put out whatever they want. Let them put my name and my pictures, and I'm going to jail. I'll let them do all of that stuff. Let them do all of that. And so look, like I said, I appreciate the support. I appreciate those. I've actually got some emails from people that I was shocked, you know, kind of shocked that they sent me support, But I'm like, hey, everybody that just says that, everybody don't take this as seriously as other people do, and stuff like that. So I just came up, you know, because like I seen all this and then I'm seeing it coming from other sectors. And I was like, well, let me just hit Bombay up. I know he going live, and I just wanted to just let it, just say, hey, speak to everybody on his channel. This is what's up. This is what I'm doing. This is where I'm at, and that's what it is. It's as simple as that. But if you think I'm like stopping life, I'm sitting here depressed and like not eating and sleeping and bathing and all this other shit, stuff like that. The world, but no, I am not in that mode at all.
Yeah,
I'm not.
none of us think that. We don't
Yeah,
think
I'm
that. And I'm
yeah,
glad it's good
I'm
to hear from you too. It's really good to
yeah.
hear
So
from you.
yeah, so I did this for those that are wondering what the hell, because I don't. I'm not gonna go do a show on my Darrell channel, D Darrell channel about this because the number one, the channel is growing really well, and the thing about it, I have a guy that I met him through the Manosphere space, but he also has a business channel. And like my consultation side of the game of what I do that's not clinical is booming right now. It's booming. It's not a it's and so that's what I've been spending most of my time. I basically spend most of my time helping therapists and people who want to open healthcare related clinics, practices and stuff. That's what I spend most of my time doing. I don't spend most of my time doing therapy at all. Matter of fact, it's it's been a balance between what I do as far as professional and so forth. So, I mean, like I said, let them do and say what they want to say, man, and just take it with a grain of salt because I don't watch, so I only get timestamps and stuff like that. I got a person gives me stuff for probably about 2 or 3 days a week. They may give me little videos here and there, so and so. Some of it I look at, some of it I don't, and it's just what it is. It is what it is.
But D, I'm gonna tell you something, D. I don't even think that was like it hasn't moved. I mean, me personally, I can't speak for everybody, but you know, it's unnecessary to have to come on here and explain like how you feeling and all that. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's something people could reach out to you in private, you know what I'm saying? And find out. I don't think it was necessary for you to come on here and because it
Yeah,
really
it's
wouldn't
not.
matter
It,
on
it
here.
it it wasn't necessary, but I wanted to just hit up Doctor. I just wanted to hit him up and talk and just say something. Like I'm not like look, whether somebody think I'm doing good or bad, in my real, it doesn't matter. It matter. Like I'm choosing to do that. If people want to take it and say whatever they want to say, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. But I just wanted to just say, hey, look, man, I'm good. I'm doing my thing. I'm functioning. You know, but what I didn't like was some of the stuff I seen, and I don't know how old some of the stuff was. I don't want to see people getting up arguing with them on panels. Like, cause I saw stuff like that. I saw people saying, like certain, but I don't know. Some of this stuff was probably 2 or 3 weeks. Oh, I don't know how old the stuff was, but I did get, videos showing, like 10 minutes of you arguing with anti and all this other stuff. Like I saw
I
this.
haven't argued with anti about none of your stuff, dude. Like,
Yeah, but it was something. It was something I saw. Like they was going back and forth. The other people were saying stuff,
no,
and
that was Gerald asking why we
okay. It
not
was
talking
something.
about you.
Yeah, it was something
And
like that. Yeah, it
and I
was.
just I just
Yeah.
told him like, here's the thing. They worried about how come we're not talking about you, how we talked about them. But like I told him, don't nobody like you like that, dude. So of course they're gonna bring up certain shit. The Rels liked around here, so like why would they? And that's the thing. We could be talking about anything. We could be talking about something, completely just not even sector related, and somebody would jump on a panel and want to bring you up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like
wow, but it's
it,
the same. It's probably the same people.
it's the same people. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
So
right.
It's literally the same
yeah,
people
yeah,
every
literally
time.
same people. You know what I'm saying? But you already know people
But
instigate around
the
here.
strangest thing that I was told. I don't know if this is true or not, but somebody called me and said that the person is waiting to put a chain with my face on it, being locked up in an orange suit.
I think that was either make a change
Somebody said that. Somebody told me
or
some.
no, it was Nappy Yankee.
Oh wow, that's crazy for
I
people
kid
to.
you not. I kid you not. I think it was Nappy Yankee.
They said that they wanted a chain with my face on it. I'm like, wow, like
I kid you not. It was
that
Nappy Yankee.
that
He
is
said
weird.
he said he said that, and he said I want to see a mug shot of your face.
That is crazy. That is crazy. Nappy Yankee is that mad
Yep,
over YouTube arguments.
yep.
Wow.
That to me that is insane, man.
I put I put I put I put my money on that. Nappy Yankee said that.
Well, whoever said it, but I really when the person told me that I was like, "Are you serious?" They really was that like the they say yeah, they say they want they want you burned to the stake. And
But
Mm-hmm.
the route, you
I'm
gotta
like,
know that that's how. people that got something against you, you already know that that's how they're gonna carry the situation. So that's not surprising to anybody. You know what I'm saying?
No, but it was. I just was like, wow, like you want to literally like, did you mean that figuratively, or you really like? But the way it was stated, like, yeah, they, and I'm like, I took it as a joke, but it's like crazy that you would be that, and like focus on somebody's downfall to that point, man. But yeah, man, I basically, wanted to come up just to holler at you all, just to kind of have a little chat. And I'm not, like I said, I ain't want to upstage the show or anything like that and change, but I did want to just holler at, the doctor. That's
Can I jump in there right quick?
yeah, sure.
Hey,
Hey, what's
Keeper.
up, guys? Hey, y'all.
Hey, Keeper.
Hey, how you doing, Pre? Hey, Craig King, Mikey. Hey, D Real, how you feel about Mikey taking your crown? I know you
Hey,
Nah,
said you
hey,
the king of all kings,
let
huh?
him have it, man. He deserves it. Mikey been doing his thing on panels. He been, derailing shows and doing whatever. He makes it interesting. He deserves it.
Say the reality
Oh,
shows.
word.
Hey, I got a question. You're hated around these parts. I was just wondering, what happened between you and Nappy Yankee? You don't have to give me no long, drawn out, history, but if you could kind of make it short, because,
I'm gonna be
woo,
honest with you again. I don't know why Nappy Yankee hates me so much. I'm gonna be honest with you, Nappy Yankee, and I'm gonna say this, and you all are gonna be like, no, you got to be shitting me. Nappy Yankee is mad at me that when I was going 2,000 for Umar back in the day, back in 2020. I brought what's that lady that died? What was the lady that died?
Claudia,
Yeah,
Claudia.
Claudia.
yes.
Yeah.
Nappy Yankee has never forgiven me for bringing Claudia on my show, and she showed video that went against the stuff that he showed. Nappy Yankee is still mad at me. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, this had nothing to do. Look, I never met the man, don't know him personally, but Nappy Yankee was mad at me because I used to let, Nappy Yankee come on my show, let Nappy Yankee speak as freely. I let Nappy Yankee show videos of Umar's the FDMG Academy and all of that stuff. And I let him, and to be honest with you, in starting this sector, people don't understand how open I was to the I let all these people come on my show and say everything that they wanted to say. Like I was never the type to not. I used to let anybody come on. I don't care who it was. Gerald was a fixture on my show talking crazy about Umar back in the day.
Mm.
And so Nappy Yankee is mad that what and see the way I did it. I guess he got upset with me because I let him show his videos. Okay, he did this for at least a week or two, and then I never forget. I went live on a Sunday, and on that Sunday, Miss Claudia hit me up about, oh, I saw your videos and I appreciate you for supporting Umar and stuff like that. Can I come on your show? I need to tell y'all what's really going on. I'm gonna show you the pictures. I'm gonna show you the videos. So I saw the videos, and I'm like, wait a minute, this don't look like what Nappy Yankee put out. What is up with this? And so I let now I kind of put them out there a little bit because what I did was I let Nappy Yankee put his pictures out there first, and then she came back and put her stuff out. Then he got mad at both of us. Before you know it, he cursing her out, she cursing him out, all of that stuff. And then he never, from that point on, Nappy Yankee has always had an issue with me over Claudia.
Wow.
Darrell, this is my thing, Darrell. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to, say anything about your question, Keeper, but
Hmm.
Nappy Yankee is a guy that's he's not even comfortable in his own skin. Like, literally
Yeah,
not
well,
even comfortable in his own skin. So, again,
right,
like,
okay.
we don't have to, like,
Well,
who
well,
cares
well,
you know what
Well,
I'm
he
saying?
yeah,
also
I feel you. I
he
feel
also
you.
he also may be mad at me because I basically caught him uh, when he had a little camera
No,
malfunction.
see, because I didn't know if you guys, had
You got
maybe
mad at
met in
that too.
person,
Never met.
or you had,
Listen.
or some
I
type
can
of doxing went on or something
listen.
like that. So that was, pretty much the
Listen.
premise of my
I've met.
questioning.
I have met people in several sectors. Um, I've met most of the people that I've met in this sector, but I've met people from several different sectors. I met people from other sectors from Houston. I met people in other sectors in Dallas. I met several people not in this sector that's in other sectors in Dallas. Went to Vegas, met everybody. Matter of fact, I had something set up. I had several people that I was supposed to had met that are part of the Gullah Geechee tribe and so forth that do content on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube and in other I was supposed to have met them when I went to South Carolina last year, and that got
Mm-hmm.
But I meet people from all over. I've met a lot of people. I've met people, So I've never met Nappy Yankee. Never talked to him offline.
Right.
Never. The only time, basically, me and Nappy Yankee, uh, we had email exchanges maybe a couple times, and but what would happen was before Claudia came about, Nappy Yankee would always come on my show when I talked about Umar. When Claudia came around, Nappy Yankee never came back. Now he started getting mad at me, and etc. From that point, it
Right.
just went south. And we started getting into the little
Yeah, a
roasting
little
and
bickering, a little back and
but
forth,
I
like
don't
we
understand
pretty much like
people.
we do today.
Yeah, but people don't
People be
understand.
back and
Okay,
forth.
we go back and forth. I roast. You get like my mouth has gotten me in so much trouble with people. Like I didn't realize I was that good of a roaster. I didn't realize I was that convincing. Like people, like I'm gonna say this. When G Gates saw me in real life, he thought that I was gonna be roasting, saying stuff, just yeah, just saying all kind of stuff to draw. And I just basically was like, so G, tell me about your t-shirt business. Tell me, hey, how your daughter doing? Like, how's she dealing with stuff. I was talking about, like, I would talk to any guy. I was talking about non YouTube related stuff. I didn't bring
Hmm.
up one thing about YouTube to him, and he
Well, I,
was
right, I just asked that derail because we earlier today, Nappy Yankee and me and a few other people, we were in a on another channel in the chat, and I was just noticing the comments that Nappy Yankee was making, and I was like, okay, wow, there's some hatred going on here. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't
I
know.
had the opportunity
I
to
don't
ask you, so
understand.
that's
I don't
why I
understand
asked you.
why. I would never wish anything harmful on Nappy Yankee because I don't know the man. Um, I don't even know the man
They don't
like
like
that.
black people. Nappy Yankee don't like black men. Like
Well,
we called that
He's a
out. We
black
called
man.
that
He's
out.
a black man. I don't know why he don't. He
No,
a black man.
no, he not. He's from like Jamaica or something. He don't like
Yeah, but he
American
black.
men.
No, you
He
didn't
don't
see
like
his picture.
Americans. He don't
Oh,
like
he don't
Americans.
like black
Yeah,
Americans. Well, I don't
yeah.
know. See, I
We
didn't
figured
even
that
You
out
know.
don't
years
like the
ago.
blacks.
I didn't know.
I got another question. I made fun of you today.
Okay.
I wanted to know uh why you never paid me to come in your chat.
I never paid
No,
anyone to come to the.
no. I did. I made a joke out of it because as Pre and TC and Mikey and TMK know, we've been hearing about these allegations for months on top of months. I want to say at least a half a year, guys. It's been a while. Now,
So
I don't
so
know if you
let me
aware,
let me
Deidre, are
say
you
this.
aware of this website that's posted the case? Are you aware of this?
Yes, that's
Oh,
that that that
okay.
is
So,
that is
so,
that
so
is
let
that
me
is
say
sta-
this right quick, and I'm gonna jump
okay.
down, get out you guys' hair.
Okay.
Now, Free know we've been hearing this shit for the longest. Nobody is really entertaining it, right? We kind of moving on. Now, it kind of hits different when you see it in black and white because when I saw it in black and white, I like I said earlier in on a chat, like my heart skipped a beat, like, oh shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So anyway, I'm trying to look at the situation as, I strictly believe a person is innocent until proven guilty. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So that's where the joking came about when I read the amount and everything. I'm like, well,
Right.
goddamn, I could have hit. He could have been giving out stacks like Oprah was giving out cars.
well,
You know
well,
what I'm saying?
according, somebody also told me that this is a person from the beef sector that hit me up. Say that people are running away from my money now, like they don't want to be associated. I'm like, what?
Shit.
That's what
Well,
I
I
heard.
wouldn't be able to take nothing now, but before then, hell, I wouldn't have known where that shit was coming from. You know what I mean?
But that I don't know who put in a. Let me. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna just leave that alone. Again, I'm gonna
Yeah.
just say
But that's
ignorance.
pretty much all I wanted, guys, just
I
to
would
ask
just.
that question
I'm
and
gonna
then
just
touch
say
on that
you
link.
gotta let ignorance be ignorant. It's no use to saying whatever, but it is what it is. Like I'm not gonna argue. Like let me just say this. Let's say if I was still engaging, and if I was still engaging, I would just be doing my content, talking crazy, saying stuff, and I wouldn't even say like I still would let them say whatever. I'm not going to be going back and forth explaining to you why this was this and why this is that and this because listen. And so the big thing, I'm gonna say this one thing. I know it's confusing because one particular person put out some stuff for years, and then you see this, so then it makes it look a certain way. But I'm gonna say this: what that person put out still was misleading, regardless of what they put out and even the stuff that was put on that website. Again, you know, that is allegations. I was never found guilty of anything.
Right.
I
Well,
didn't.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming now you got some damn good lawyers, right?
Oh, you damn right. I got some good. I
Oh,
got two
okay.
of
All right, we good. So
them.
I'm gonna jump back down and chat
Right.
y'all. That's all I wanted. And
Hi,
yeah.
And,
That
Keisha.
and you don't have to explain like I
No,
wouldn't be
it's really
explaining a
nothing.
goddamn
It's
thing.
really nothing to
I wouldn't
explain.
be talking, you know what I'm saying, or none of that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I'm
And
really,
that's why
really
the panel that I'm gonna go on, I said,
right.
well, they're gonna cover it, and the person that's gonna cover it is Max B. He said if it goes to trial, because that's what he does.
Yeah.
Covers trials. So I said, well, I'll listen to that because at least I'll be getting an unbiased report on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's nothing
As
to
as
explain
opposed
because
to something being biased.
the things that need to be explained will be explained in court. Explaining it to number one again. Very few people, even the people who quote unquote are licensed or work, they don't even understand the business because none of them have never owned a clinic before. They only understand certain aspects of the clinical side of things. It would make no sense for me outside of very few people who worked on the billing side and the clinical side in together to have a conversation, understand where I'm coming from. I could explain literally everything, and you would be
Right,
confused. You would be
right.
literally
I understand
confused.
exactly what
Well,
you're talking about. See, I
right,
know
and I
Yeah,
exactly
get that.
what you're saying.
I get that part
Yeah.
too, but you have to
yeah.
also
Hmm.
remember now, Darrell, and I don't even want you to elaborate on this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to be the one that I'm hearing shit and I don't have no pushback. I give pushback on anything that I
Right.
feel I need to give pushback on. Now, you do have to remember that we are seeing that for this certain amount of money, that turned into a Fed case. So we're not dealing with just no state and local shit. So this is a Fed case. And
Of
we
course
do
it
know
is.
that Fed don't come at you unless they feel like they got something on you. You don't have to elaborate on that. I'm just saying that's my pushback because it's just like when people talk to Umar Johnson, they just let him talk, right? And they don't never pose the hard questions or have any pushback. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my slight not necessarily pushback. It's just, I'm saying? I'm just putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? So not
Again,
only am
that's for
I
the
thinking that, it's other people that's thinking that and looking at that situation too. You know what I'm saying? But you got this. You got your lawyer. I'm taking the fifth. I digress and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
I'm gonna get on
So
back in
so
down in
but
the chat.
again, regardless of what people think and feel, how does that negatively affect me or positively affect me? It doesn't.
No,
That's what
no,
I
no.
want people.
And you're right.
Yeah, so that's why
Nothing.
I say let people. You have the right to have whatever critique that you have license to do that. That's
Yeah.
why I'm telling for Bombay and let them say you can look at it and look at me. Do that. That's fine. Whatever questions you would have, thinking as an intelligent woman and so forth. Well, this means this. Hey, you have the right to think that. I'm not going to tell you not to think otherwise.
But see, that's the thing, Darrell. Nobody is engaging with the other side in regards to them talking about it.
So
That's
that's
what
good.
Pre and them
Yeah,
said earlier. Like,
I didn't know that.
because we
But see,
didn't know, like, we don't just, for the most part, the people that I'm seeing, we're not looking at it as if it's in concrete. You know what I mean? And then we're treating a situation where, okay, once we see the proof and or a person is innocent until proven guilty. And Chat Lives Matter down there said, what did he say? Keeper is the only friend he has on that panel. These people something else.
man,
You know what I'm
look,
saying?
I
I'm
know you're
just
man,
an
right,
listen.
man.
unbiased.
I
I'm
don't
just
look.
an unbiased person, and
My,
I don't
Yeah, this is the
see
internet.
anything that was life threatening done to anybody. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
people feel the way they feel about whatever they feel,
Yeah,
um,
and I'm not. So
about whatever situation.
I came up to let people know that number one, I'm good. I ain't reveal anything. I didn't reveal. All I did was let you know my status, how I'm operating and everything, and what I've been, But I didn't reveal anything about the case. I didn't reveal anything about nothing. I'm
Who the
just,
fuck is this Aaron person talking about mind you keeper used to stalk him? Stalk who? And who the fuck are you?
This is
listen.
why I
See
don't
again,
read
Who
these
these
is
are
these
apps.
face.
weird ass motherfuckers coming in here?
Listen,
Here comes the
listen.
trolls.
Like I stated, I came up to holler at Bombay, holler at everybody, let me know, hey, look, I'm good.
That's why I ain't
Tell
posting nothing.
telling Bombay, look, man, don't pay these people no mind. There's no need to say, hey, man, we not gonna. These people focusing on another man. Look, you don't even have to say that. Just let them do what they doing. Cause I'm not watching. I don't care. I don't watch. Um, I'm doing my thing. I'm living life just like I need to, and so forth. I got so many things going on. I don't have time
That's
to.
their problem.
Yeah. So that was my purpose. I don't. I'm not. I didn't come here to talk about the aspects and things what I did want to know is that let people know that y'all see these things and y'all say that and y'all assume stuff. I'm going to let you assume and draw
Right.
whatever conclusion you want to draw.
And
I'm
right,
just
and that's the reason I had to throw in there that I did see the other thing too. You know what I
right,
mean? I couldn't
right,
just know that aspect of the situation, knowing
hmm
that what I saw and not say nothing. You feel me?
right.
So yeah, that's why I put that out there. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so so my thing is, I'm gonna give my brother Bombay some shine, people, because you do know Bombay. They're gonna be people that's gonna be cutting and pasting
Nah,
Oh,
and
I'm
this
gonna
saying,
going
strike.
this gonna be a classic right here.
Nah, no, it's not. I'm gonna strike everybody that
All
play that
right,
shit. Go
y'all.
ahead.
Peace out.
All right, peace.
Hey,
listen,
hey
All
D,
right,
They,
hey
peace.
D,
yeah.
can I ask you a question,
they,
D?
I'm
What's up?
striking all of them. They play my shit.
Uh,
Go ahead and post it. Watch what happens.
What's up,
yeah,
TC?
I just want you to know, right? From what I see, people that really fuck with you, they not they not you know
They
jumping
not
off
really
the
saying
edge because
they
because they
not.
saw
They
that
not.
number and all that.
Right, right.
That's not what's going on there. So if you probably feel like you had to come on here and clarify some things to the people that matter, trust me, bro. We've been here. We know what's up. Even when I hear the little stuff like,
Right.
"Oh, he attacked us," we know how this thing works. They attacked you first. You, like you said, you let everybody up on the panel. You debated with people because they attacked me first just for posting the Umar. I didn't even know these people existed. Like Tiff Griff.
Same with me. I didn't know these
Tiff
people
Griff
exist.
told me, she said, I didn't even know these people existed. That was my first like real interview in this sector was Tiff Griff.
Right, right.
And the first thing she told me was, I didn't even know these people existed. I posted a video about Umar and people was attacking me. That's how it happened with me. I posted a video about Umar and next thing I know, I met YM, I met Rex, I met all these people.
All these people that claim
Yeah,
that they didn't troll
right.
nobody years later, but
Right.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So we all know who got attacked first.
man, it's
And
it's it's crazy, man. Because I did one video, man. One video changed my whole. I did one
right.
video. Actually, talking about the stuff, because I did other Umar videos too, but the one video I talked about, I said, hey, these people on here acting like they're an accountant. They ain't got a degree. They don't have a degree in accounting. People trying to be lawyers. They don't have a law. And to me, again, these people. It was actually a female in the manosphere at the time. She was between the black sector. She told me about what was happening and these people that was. And then when I saw the videos, the life was never the same again after that, because every time I did a Umar video, I had 50 likes, 300 dislikes,
Right.
and it just went into that whole situation.
Right.
So
It,
yeah, man,
it,
I ain't my thing is um it is what it is, man. Like, they gonna do, but I just want it because I know, man. This is the thing I'm getting from what I've seen. It's almost like people tired of saying, we don't want to. It's like they trying to get you to talk about it. People getting kind of like irritated with why you trying to get us to engage. We like, can we just move the fuck on? Can we just
no, we
move?
not. We
Yeah,
like whatever. Like we know how unstable some of these people are. Like
very there's
Man,
people, man. Look, man, there are people very. Man, let me tell you something, man. There's a person right now. I'm not gonna say her name.
dude.
I blocked her. I don't want her talking to me ever again because of this shit. Now I found out I got a text that she was on Smoke Channel tonight talking all out of her goddamn mind.
Oh,
And
I know who you're talking about.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
don't say it. But the thing about it is, let me say something, man. When all this stuff when they came out about the stuff that happened last month, look, I basically was looking at those who reached out to me, those who emailed me, and then those who said, I can't, you have to do an assessment of what the hell going on, of everything, right? And I had people that I'm like, really? They like you like, I thought you didn't like me or like you had issues. And it was like, nah, man, look, I know we had our differences, but I hope everything work out. And so I had to look at that. Then take a look at this person. This person, again, don't know the difference between YouTube and real fucking life. I literally was like, look, I don't have time for this shit. I got real shit going on. I got responsibilities. I got, I had to literally like when I say X out. And so like, and then found out what she did, I expected that. Like, this shit is so predictable. The behavior is so predictable. And so, but actually, I kind of discontinued before this even came out. And so, because I got other things going on. I don't have time to be playing on YouTube.
Right.
And all the offline stuff. The offline stuff can be very exhausting.
Right.
It can
Especially
be
because of this. And if I could just say this real quick, I'm actually about to hop down, but
yeah, go ahead.
listen, man, you don't just kind of saying what everybody is saying. You really don't owe anybody an explanation about this, especially considering the fact that this is an open case, right? It's
Right.
not something that you need to be talking about. It's damn sure nothing you'll hear me talking about, right?
Right.
And I don't think that it's necessary for you to explain that to anybody because people are just going to use this as troll food, right?
Right. Right.
And
I
and
thought you
that's
was
not
doing.
necessary.
I thought you was doing a real good job just
I'm
letting
not
shit
doing
roll
anything
off your
about
back.
this.
I really,
Yeah, because these
you know what I'm
people, you
saying?
can't respond to this.
Right. You
There's just
can't.
some things you really just can't respond to. This is one of
I'm
those moments.
yeah, I'm not going to respond. But I said, I
Yeah.
came up to tell people, look, don't engage, don't listen, don't do all of that, man. Listen, you got people that don't like me for whatever reason. Don't say, hey man, can we move on? Can we do this and that? And really, like, I really was coming up, like I said, talking to because me and Bombay had this conversation offline. We had this conversation offline. You know what I'm saying? And then, but I'm like, look, man, I like to hear, and you, like I said, I ain't want to derail the conversation,
No, that's
because
good.
but I did want to holler at you and talk to you a little bit and just let everybody know, hey, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? You know, I
Yeah,
just
that's
let
what's up.
everybody know
That's
I'm
good to
I'm
hear from
good,
you.
man. Like don't think, for those, listen, I like I said, I started off with, I appreciate those who are silent and like I just want to do it, talk about other things. And but those who have positively supported me offline, I just wanted to make that known. I really ain't coming because I'm not talking about it's just, it serves no purpose, because even if I did talk about it, it's really not going to hurt me and it's not going to help me, because
Mm.
whatever I say on here, like unless I was just saying some stuff to implicate myself, which is dumb, like it's really irrelevant. It really is. And like people think that doing stuff on YouTube means way more than what it really means. Man, like there's so much misinformation, man. It is so much misinformation. It's
Well,
ridiculous.
some people, this is their only source of entertainment.
Yeah,
Like
it
Yeah,
you
is.
can
It's
tell,
crazy.
you can tell the people that is right. And I ain't gotta say no names, but
yeah.
it just
Yeah,
is what it is. But either
yeah.
way,
Like
I'm gonna
like I.
hop down. It's good to hear
All right.
from you, D and
Yeah, I'm good. I just
TC
I just
and
wanted to chop it
Bombay
up a little bit.
and Mikey. Okay,
All right.
y'all. Well, y'all have a good night. It's like 12
All right.
o'clock, so I'm about to get off of here.
Yeah, no
All right,
doubt.
good night,
So
All
y'all.
right.
so
See,
so
praise.
player so player to a
Thank pray.
player. Let the fools be fools, right?
Hey man, let them say whatever they want to say. Let them talk about whatever they want to talk. They free to do all of that. I'm not gonna respond.
Hey,
I'm not.
D,
Mm.
hey,
I'm
D,
not responding.
I'm gonna tell you, right? I mean, again, I understand that you supporting the brother Bombay. Shout out to Bombay too. He beat me in the bracket, but
Mm.
you can come up here. You could chop it up. We could chop it up about anything under the sun, bro. We could talk about the Houston Texans, man.
Right.
We could talk about Trump. Man, what's going on in your personal life, bro? That's your business. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If the
Right.
people that don't like you, they want to talk about it, whatever. You're not you're not going to satisfy them with nothing, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
It's
you could
not
come
for their
around.
satisfaction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you come around, we ain't got to bring up your personal issues, bro. We could talk
Yeah.
about anything. We could talk about some women. We could talk
Nah.
about some politics, whatever, bro. Like, whenever you come up here, don't feel like you gotta, address your personal shit. Like, you ain't gotta do that, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not.
especially with the folks that really fuck with you.
Right. Yeah. I'm not, man. Like I'm really not addressing. I just wanted to address, like, as far as people, like, because what I've seen is that you know people, like, you go to certain spots and then you like people like, damn, we got to talk about this. And maybe because I've been seeing Dr. Bombay post, and he's made kind of, you know some he's kind of alluded to that on several of his posts, and I'm like, well, maybe that must be something. And I'm just like, man, look, do your content, do your thing, ignore all of that. I'm gonna go live and do my thing. Like I'm still gonna go live and talk about mental health and business related stuff. And so if people want to get mad or whatever, they want to feel, if you could feel, like I said, you could feel whatever you want to, whatever way you want to, and all of that. It is what it is, man. But yeah, I just wanted to chop it up with y'all about that. That's all, man. It ain't. It was no harm in what today. I mean, I hear you saying, but I'm not really addressing anything specific about the case or nothing. Nothing outside of the fact that we know it. But it is what it is.
I feel you.
Yeah, man. It is what it is. But it's like I'm just like tripping because it's like, man, the hate, man,
That
it
the
to
hate
me,
the hate is real.
the hate is like, man, these people would act like I, took money from them or something. Um, like they act like they even know me. Like these people don't even like these people don't know who I am. They don't know what I do. They don't even know in regards to me professionally and all of that. And it's just I'm not surprised because I predicted it, but the fact that it happened and you just seeing it. But yeah, man, like now what I have done I've went to some panels. I'm not in panels, but I was in I think a couple times Divine Mail went live, and I probably said hey to everybody. I think I went into maybe Mikey, like just a couple of people. I went into the chat and just said hey a couple of times. I did little stuff like that, but this is the first time. This is the first time I've ever got on a panel to just kind of say. But this was directed towards the people who supported me, and I'm just telling people, look, man, don't worry about all that. I'm good. Do your content, move along. Overall, that's really all I'm saying.
I feel you. Matter of fact, this was my plan was having this to be the last time even alluding to it, and I feel you on those posts. You know, I
Yeah, because
kind of
I
talk.
would see your post, man. Because I see your post, and I'm like, man, they still. I'm
Yeah,
wondering who channel you didn't went to now. Because I follow you, man. When you go live, I watch you in the clouds. I wasn't even coming down on your channel, like but I would see
yeah,
that about at least twice a week or something. And I'm like, let me hit Bombay up and tell him, man, look, let these people, you know, let them say whatever they want. Don't even bother. Don't even waste
yeah.
a post on that.
Tonight's lecture was about 2026 and what we're doing going forward, and this was kind of inspired by T. Pre's presence on Propane's panel last night when she was talking about the blackout and explaining the logic behind it. And I said, you know what? We can do it. We can do the change one channel at a time,
Right.
So that's why I said, matter of fact, I wasn't even gonna make any more posts even alluding to it because I find that's still, in a way, that's still me responding. I feel like man, I used to preach that no response is the best response. And just I'm just letting whatever everybody's doing, I'm gonna let them do. I'm gonna choose just not to tune in, and just not listen because it's gonna make you respond. Like you're gonna hear it and it's gonna anger you, or cause an emotional response, or you say, "Oh, that's not true." You're gonna want to respond. It's easy to get drawn in. So I just said I was gonna come over here, say what I gotta say, and then after that, um, just keep it moving. Like we already know what happens next. Like, you know, the fact that we not playing the sector game of grilling you and browbeating you, for entertainment. Man, I'm tired of that shit. I don't want to do that no more. What's on the outside of YouTube ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm more interested in what you're doing here. So if you come on here and clown, then we can talk about that, or we can all go back and forth on here and have fun with it. But other than that, I don't care what's going on. And besides, we talk behind the scenes. I got a little more insight into some things, and it's not that interesting, you know. But hey, it is what it is, man. We just trying to make some changes in 2026. What I don't understand is, and I'll say this in conclusion, what I don't understand is that why like why are we walking around like with this emotional attachment to like any one individual, like down to like the level of hate, like, well, he said something 4 years ago, and then it's people that
It's crazy.
that you didn't even offend. They just like, well, he was arrogant, so this is why. And it's like karma. And yo, I mean, for real, you walking around in your day literally with that kind of vitriol for somebody, a blip on the screen, a collection of pixels, and an audio generated voice that it has you that emotional over. Well, you just don't understand. Yo, that shit is insane. I don't understand that. I never will, like, to that degree. I'm all with the back and forth online, but the whole, oh, you did something to me in 2019 and now you're getting yours.
Man, you
I
got
mean, to that point.
man, you got people in the manosphere saying stuff stuff that I said back in 2017, 18, man. Stuff that I don't even remember. I'm like, damn, y'all remember that? God damn. Look,
Yeah.
man, I'm tripping on people like Chad T and make it like, dude, I don't know why these people think I care about what they think and say, man. Like,
Hey,
I
hey
like.
D, don't even worry about them,
No,
D.
I'm not, man. But
Don't,
I'm
bro.
looking. No, but what I'm saying is that, like, I look. I don't. You don't see me going making videos. You don't see me
Yo,
talking about.
Chad T is a troll, bro.
I know, but
Like
I'm just
he's a
saying.
troll.
But I'm just saying, like, these people that say this stuff and be like, make it like what, like, okay. Think what you want to think. Believe what you want to believe. Like, you're more than happy to do so. You're not gonna get any pushback from me. Like everybody's entitled to have their own opinion. You know, everybody's entitled.
You
But
see tonight's episode of Man Code segment was about pocket watching. You
Oh,
know, so so
hey,
that was
hey,
a go ahead.
Darrell, you ain't got nothing to prove to nobody here, bro. I'm
facts.
telling
That's
you. I'm
facts. That's
telling you,
facts.
bro. You really
That's
don't.
no, I
Like
know
you
I
really
don't.
don't, bro.
But I just wanted to chop it up with my boy, you know, just to kind of let him know. Cause you know, I seen those posts, man. I'm like, let me,
Yeah, I was letting it go. I was letting it go.
yeah, I saw. I'm gonna be honest. In those posts, I'm like, let me hit Bob. Let me come up and holler at you. Look, man. You know, that was basically, you know. But look, man. I like I said once again, I appreciate all the support, everybody that support me, and in silence. It's all good. You know, it's all good. Now, Bombay, you know they're gonna trip on you for striking their channels. They go, you know, they
No,
gonna say
man.
stuff
I
about.
mean, I'm fucking amazed that like I usually got 12 people. Now all of a sudden, you know, and see, this makes my
Yeah, what's
very
the
point.
numbers? What's the numbers like right now?
It's like 26, 27. This my very point
Uh,
is that I'd rather talk about boring real shit and just had 12 people that want to hear it versus like the whole juicy gossip sector bullshit. Like I don't want that do that. I don't want to do that no more.
Bombay,
you got the
Bombay.
hat. You got
You got people who ain't never fuck with me, rock with me. All of a sudden it's like, oh, he gonna say something juicy, he gonna
Bo-
reveal some inner
Bombay,
secret, you know. Yeah,
Bombay.
bro. Yeah.
If anybody uses your video, strike their channel.
Bombay say he gonna strike them down.
Strike their channel with a lightning bolt.
Yeah, but
I mean,
see, it was nothing really said here tonight that's of any relevance, to be honest with you.
Can
Matter
I
of fact, but you know,
can
hold
I
on one
call
second.
you can I call you Zeus?
Hold on. Yeah, I feel you, Thunderbolt, Mount Olympus. Oh, you into mythology.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
but see, the thing is, this is why when TC said like no response, because anything you say, like if you think about it, the man was making videos talking about mental health, and then they still twisted it into why ain't he saying something? Because your weak ass, punk ass need content. You ain't got shit to talk about. You need him to say something.
Mm.
Now, me saying that gets translated into you caping for, you windmilling. See, that's why you gotta shut it all down, ignore all the dumb shit. I guarantee you this will be the last time this reference. If you come back here again, we not referencing that. If anybody come up, they mention it, they just getting kicked off the panel. We not doing that, man. I don't want to talk about that shit no more. Yeah, I don't want to talk about no feds and all this other bullshit and this the case that why would they do this and why. I don't want to hear that dumb shit. Like I said, the feds killed fucking Fred Hampton in his sleep, killed other black leaders. So now all of a sudden, whatever the fuck they say is 100% right, especially with that fool running it now. Man, I ain't trying to hear that shit. All that fucking bullshit
facts.
logic.
All
Yeah,
facts.
but when they, you know, when they killing black leaders, I guess they 100% on point with that shit too. I guess MLK was a communist. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear that goofy shit no more because if it's emotional based, where let's look at it. Like we already know around here, anybody that if you like a person, they can get away with cold-blooded murder. If you don't like the person, oh my God, it's gotta be true what they said about them negative. Yo, y'all do the same shit. Y'all ain't got no integrity. See me, I go, well, I don't give a damn who it was. A case on the outside of this thing ain't. I don't give a damn about that. I want to know when we gonna make some music, when we gonna collaborate, when we gonna put some
Right.
podcasts together. I don't do sports, but hey, I'll sit in when we going to do some shit. You know, get something popping in 2026 and get away from this dumb shit. The same panel, the same people yelling the same narratives and filibustering and screaming in they loud cheap ass mics over and over. Man, I don't want to do that no more. It's a
He said
waste of
loud
time. And
cheap ass Mike.
T Pre hit it. That's why nobody don't go live. That's why nobody don't want to do nothing. That's what happened when you have these toxic dumbass nobodies that came into a middle of a perfectly balanced sector, ain't have shit to offer. They come in all this toxic dumb shit, trying to call it fuckery when it was really they punk ass ain't had no daddies or mommies and they grew up fucked up. So then they come on here and just twist it and mess shit all up. Now look, you got two channels rolling with the same dumbass show with the same dumb shit every night over and over. We not doing that no more. We moving on. We're gonna do some real content and get to some real shit, and hopefully, make some money along the way while we doing it. Period. You
Yeah,
know,
my
so I don't
man
want to go back and forth
TMK.
with that shit.
Oh man, we seeing a different
So,
side
hey,
of
so
TMK tonight, man. I'ma
I'm
hop
just
down
saying.
though, bro.
no, TC, I want to ask you one thing, man. Like,
Yeah.
what's been going on with the videos on your channel, man? Like, have you been doing other different content with it or whatever? I haven't been seeing things lately.
Man, you know what? My I did a video with my sons, right?
Okay.
I did a video with them, right? And
Mm.
it's like on every platform that I posted it to. Overall, it's about like 2 million views, bro. Like
Oh wow.
750K on TikTok, 700K on Instagram, about 400K on YouTube. So I've been, messing with them a little bit, man. Like it's like everybody just became expendable, bro. So I'm dipping the dab, and I just started some podcasts and shit with my kids. Like yeah, man. Like we just having fun with it. That's all.
Okay. Cool. Cool. All right.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, man. I'm gonna hop down, man. But yo, D, you know what I mean? You already know. I emailed you. You know what I
Yeah, we
mean?
good. Yeah, man. I appreciate that. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
man, but trust me, yo, you ain't got nothing. We got your back, bro. You ain't got nothing to prove to none of these people here,
I
bro.
feel you.
You
I
know
know
what I mean?
that.
Like,
Yeah.
like I said, like look, I think Bombay just tapped on it. Like, yeah, I don't even trust those alphabet boys. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? It could be anybody. It's innocent till proven guilty. You know what I'm saying? So nobody's trust me. People that really fuck with you, they not on that type time. If somebody got something bad to say about you while this situation's going on, they never fucked with you in the first place, bro. So you
Facts.
can't please everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just handle your business. Continue to post your yo. I've been tapped into your mental health content, bro. Continue to post that up, and you know what I mean, do you, bro?
Facts.
Hey, Bombay, man, great show, bro.
Thanks. Appreciate y'all coming through. All righty. We come down to the stretch.
The
Yeah,
three,
man.
the three former kings.
Yeah, I almost made it.
Bombay, you was a sector king one time?
No, I was the runner up. Mikey
Oh,
beat
okay.
me out, man. Mikey, yeah,
Oh,
he
damn.
put the smack down.
Now
Yeah,
you still a king. You still a king.
But to be
yeah,
honest, man, looking at it, man, Mikey did put his work in the sector, though. We can't
yeah.
deny him that.
But see, yeah, but what we say is it's a figurehead position, and everybody says it's based on popularity, like it's a slur. Actually, that's a good thing. Again, you're popular, you get around. It's not about. But I will say this though, and maybe I'll do it, but I don't know. I'm lazy. We should have an award show, like you just more fun, you make top categories, like instead of having a king and then everybody bitching and whining about it, you have something like the best chatter, right? Because that's one person. Best panelist, best uploader, best live
Mm.
host. You do stuff like kind of like the Oscars. You do the same thing. You have nominations and then you break it down, and every you know a couple, a few more people get a shot at it, because everybody's here in a different capacity, and we all offer different things. Some people are really good on the panel. Some people are funny, entertaining on the panel. Some people have like really good creative uploads. Some people are just do a very good live show. So that's what I think. I think it should be something like that. But see, in order to get to that point, we got to start, you know what I'm saying? We got to kind of shift this thing in another direction. Instead of buying into people telling you what the sector is, and it's on complete fuckery. Because what's happening is, under the guise of trollism and under the guise of fuckery, people are losing jobs. Like I said, houses, cars, planes, boats, wives, all kinds of shit. And nobody wants to come here for that. Well, I don't want to come here for that. I want to come here and laugh and produce and make shit people interested in. And I want to be on, contribute on some panels too, whatever, move
Right.
around a little bit.
Right.
That's what we want to do. Cause I mean, hey, look, the same way it got to this point, it can evolve and get into some other stuff. I know my biggest problem was I kept wanting to be like it was. Remember how I was doing that? I kept saying, "Well, no,
Yeah,
it was
the
going another
golden age
direction."
over with. That was the golden
Yeah,
age.
that's gone, and that's why I realized people told me shut the hell up, go to your channel, do what you got to do. So I went back to my channel to do what I got to do. And from what I learned last night when TP broke it down about the blackout, she said, "Nah, we was just trying to, promote people that want to produce and make it good for them to do so." And I'm with that 100%. So I say we can do it. We ain't got to have no meeting. Just go. The best thing to do, go back to your channel and just do it. You know what I mean? Just do what you would have said you was going to do in the meeting. Go do it. And shake up, make it sucker free. You know what I mean? Like I said, it wasn't gonna be nothing on this panel, no back and forth. I was waiting, my hand was on the button. I said, as soon as we start going into the browbeating and dumb shit, I was gonna shut it down immediately. I'm like, nah, we not here for that. We not here to feed. I feel like we not here to feed the weak that can't make real content. It's no. You gonna have to step your game up in 2026 and put out some real content and not wait for somebody else to have a response to something. I mean, it was so bad. Like you had people going live and then reviewing the live of the person, reviewing the live of the live person that went live that was reviewing. I mean, it was just it turned. It's like we was producing pure shit and calling it piss. You know what I mean? That's what it was degrading into. You know what I mean? So, like I said, we shifting direction. A lot of us here we got conversations, we got things we want to say, we got skills, we got talent, we can do things. We know some of us are charismatic, so we're gonna start kind of putting that out. And if you want to beat the dead horse about a trial for the next 12 fucking years, then hey, that's your right too. Go ahead and do it. But we gonna be over here, doing what we doing. You know what I'm saying? So nah, you ain't gonna put the label on saying this the sector and put it on. Nah, you can drop the sector thing, because it's just a group of people with some things in common. We here, some of us go back a long way than others, and we just gonna do our thing. And ain't nothing wrong. If you want to beat the dead horse, beat the dead horse. If you want to sit around and talk about how you started the sector, you originated this, you was the first one that everybody's copying you, everybody, sit up in the stinking ass closet that you broadcast from and keep telling yourself them lies, or whatever, if it makes you feel good. But I'm waiting for you all, everybody, these people to start producing some real content that's not about the other side. That's easy. That's why it's repetitive and bullshit. You know what I mean? So we gonna do our thing. We're gonna keep doing it. And I appreciate, I want to say too, I appreciate all the nominations. I really do, more than y'all can imagine. Just turning on in the middle of that sector award thing and seeing me all the way up to number 2 position. I appreciate that. I took all of y'all advice. My songs, like Darrell said, my songs and things I produce are not intended to hurt or inflict pain. It is what it is in the true sense of a roast, to get an individual to take a humorous look at themselves and lighten the mood about the subject surrounding the topic. That's what it's about.
Unfortunately, they can't understand that.
Yeah, so
People
we
don't
all
understand
know the
that.
sore loser blues. It's fun, it's truthful and it's funny and it's not real. You know what I'm saying? It's not to be taken serious. But it was perfect. See, we took something that happened. Mikey became king. People went live 5 minutes later. Mikey was buying some pizza and his shit bounced. So I didn't win. We took all of that and we made it into a joke. And now I could have went to my channel, cried, made a bunch of negativity and attack Mikey for what reason, man? We want to have fun with the shit. We want to laugh and have fun with it. And the brother did get a cash app and he went back out and got his pizza. So it all worked out. You know what I'm saying? It all worked out for the good. So that's
So
what I'm saying.
hold on. So did the route, man. You gotta show your boy some love, man. I'm struggling out here, man. I ain't go cap. I'm struggling.
You mean on your what is that? The on your gaming channel?
Nah, I'm on the streets. I'm struggling on the streets.
You're struggling
Feel
on the
me?
street.
Yeah, they say, my credit cards decline and all that. So,
Hey,
I'm
you barking up
struggling.
the wrong tree, man. Darrell's money tied up in pork belly futures at this time. You
Well,
gonna
I
have to
tell
get.
you what, Michael, what I don't mind doing, man, I have donated to your
Uh-oh.
to the 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 gaming channel I have from time to time. It may be in a while, but I'll see what I do when I catch you, Mikey. I'll send you a little something.
Uh-oh. Mike, you
Bruh.
getting subpoenaed. You getting subpoenaed, Mikey. Don't take that money.
Man, look,
Oh,
man,
that is
it's
crazy. That's the craziest thing I ever heard. Oh, he gave. They said
man, look.
Terrell was paying me to.
People now see the narrative is going to be, oh, he talking, he talk. No, I'm not. I
He
didn't talk
talking
about.
because he nervous because it's
Yeah,
almost the time. That's
man,
why he coming out now. He trying to garner support because he want them people over there in
support.
D.C. and them to write letters.
But hold on, man. I'm like, I think Divine want the link. She said, where do? Oh, she said, where do you? Where? Yeah, she did say where the link is. I think Divine want the link. But my position is like, you know, I don't understand. And this is something. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
You know, this was stuff because a lot of the stuff I saw today, on top of me, was not even from this sector. It's from other sectors that I'm from. And then I did see your post because I follow you. You my boy 100%. But like, I don't understand these people thinking like, well, we're gonna find the truth and we're gonna. It's like it's almost like they feel that they can determine the outcome of something. That's what I don't understand. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what makes you think because whether you like or dislike me that it's going to have a influential. It's going to influence the outcome of anything going on in my. I don't understand it. Like that to me is confusing. But there are people that really think that. And they like we got to find the truth and we're gonna put it out. And I had I'm like, what are y'all talking about? But I came up because I was going to come up and on somebody's panel anyway. Before this month, I said I'm gonna come up and make an appearance at least once. So this is the one time I was gonna do it, and I chose to go ahead and do this. I think today was the best timing for me to do it, but like I said, man, my main thing was like for you and others, like for yourself, man. Look, don't waste your time with the stuff because they also say Bombay, you be crying and talking about you always being judgmental and talking to what everybody should do. You no matter what you say or do, Bombay,
Exactly.
you're going to have a critique, whether you like it or dislike it. For me, I just don't give a damn what nobody think. I care less what anybody think.
I
And so forth. Man, like I've always been that way. That's probably why I'm not liked by a lot because I'm not gonna be moved because you feel a certain way and you think I should be doing this and I should do that. And I'm like, I'm gonna do what I like to do. This is my channel, this is my life, this is my content. If I want to talk about content talking about Russia 24 hours, I could do that. That's what I want to do. You may not like it, but that's what I want to do. That's just me. What's up, Divine?
Hey, Godfather.
What's going on, Queen?
All right, now that's what I wanted to hear you say.
Yes, ma'am, my queen. What's going on? The real queen over here.
All right, tell it. Let them know. Wagwan, you good?
Yes, I am.
Good. Hey, T.M.K. Thank you for dropping the link for yours truly.
no problem.
And hi, Mikey.
No
Man, look.
problem, no problem, my you. No
No,
problem.
I just come up to say hi and thank you. That's all I wanted to hear you say. That's all I wanted to hear you say. They done fucked around and made me the queen of this bullshit.
Yes, ma'am. So when are you going live again, Divine?
I'll probably go live in a minute because we can't even clown or joke around this bitch no more. Everyone in their feces. People trying to control people, tell us how to do, what to feel, how to think. Nah, fuck all of y'all.
Man, look.
Free will.
I was amazed at stuff, man, because I was like, I would catch you because of the time zone. I could see
Hmm.
some of your stuff.
Yeah,
I was basically watching you and
yeah.
Mikey, and every now and then when Bombay go live, I would because Mikey go live at 1, Then at
Mm-hmm.
night he doing something. Then you have these because of the time change. I'll check stuff, but it just would be amazing how you know. To me, I find it disrespectful to a person's channel if you want to talk about certain things and then you jump in the chat about saying this and you need to talk about like who are you to tell
Right.
somebody what they supposed to talk about or not? Like
Exactly.
like I would never go to your channel and say, well, Divine, you don't need to talk about this. You should talk about this. And why you not like, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the hell? If you wanted to, or if you felt driven to talk about a
Right.
particular topic, you do that on your own. You don't need someone else to influence you to do it.
Absolutely. And you know me, I'll do it when I feel like it. But if I don't feel like it, go fuck yourself. So what is this? We are grown people out here. Sorry, TMK, I don't mean to bring smut to your channel and stuff.
No, go ahead.
But we
I
are grown people. And it's just like you got all these people out here crying, go live on your own shit and talk about it there. Why do you want others to do it for? Huh? Why?
That's crazy.
What's stopping you from going live and talking about it on your own shit?
Like
Can we
like
talk about it for a little bit, joke about it? Yes, but if I don't want to deep dive into it and go into that, I'm like, oh my God, we got all these catch ups for him. What's going to happen to me? All this bitching
like
and
like
crying. Eh,
like keeping it plain, bitch assness.
Ooh, keeping it
Mikey,
plain.
Mikey, the trucker has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. As your queen, just hush, okay? Hush.
Mikey, you got into it with keeping it plain.
He's
That's
always
that's a
getting into it with him.
Oh, he did.
bitch ass nigga.
Damn. Okay.
All
And guess what? And
righty.
guess what? And guess
Okay.
what? And guess what? Guess what? Guess what? As the king of the sector,
Uh,
I'm going to Atlanta.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that, Mikey. Don't
Mikey's so
don't do
stupid.
that, Mike. Mike,
So,
just stay in Florida. You
Nah,
okay?
nah. I'm in New York. I'm in New
he's in
York.
New
I'm in New
York
York.
now.
Oh, oh,
He lives in New
oh,
York now. He's back
oh,
home.
oh, you back home, honey? Okay,
Of
good.
course, of course.
So you been spending time with your kids?
I haven't seen them yet, but I'm going to.
Okay, cool, cool.
So that's like one of my first priorities.
I'm side eyeing you, Mikey, because I'm sure you said you saw them recently, but okay.
Yeah, I
But
wanted to ask you.
that's
I, I wanted to
no. Go
ask you,
ahead.
Divine. Divine, do you listen to like I mean I'm pretty sure you probably do, but do you
Yep.
listen to like black like British YouTube?
Yes. Yes,
So
I'm
are
very
you
tuned into them.
are you into King Riches?
Yes, I've listened to King Richards, yes.
I actually back in the day, um,
hmm
I was on a couple of panels with him when he first started. This was
Oh,
years,
wow.
years ago. This was before he really was it because he was doing kind of like it was kind of seen kind of like red pill kind of content
Yeah.
type of stuff.
Yeah.
But this was back in the day. This had to have been like, oh my God, this was like maybe 18 or 19 or something like that. This is
hmm
years ago. And then also this guy Sarah Garvey.
Yes, I know of him. Yeah.
Yeah, I watch. There's some other people I watch too, um, but those are the two main people I watch from the UK.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice. Yeah,
I
they're
watch.
all right, man. Yeah,
I watch a few people. They they
yeah, I watch a lot of UK YouTube. Yeah, a lot of it is more. I will say a lot of it's more music based in the, like music industry based
yeah
because what I do for things
yeah
I do and stuff.
it was
But
another
yeah,
it was another guy I used to like. I don't know if he does content anymore, but he was one of my Falcon Black.
okay.
You
I
know,
don't think I've checked him out.
yeah, Falcon Black he was real like kind of very laid back type of brother, but he was real cool. But I don't know because I haven't heard Falcon Black in maybe a year, at least 2 years or so. But I used
hmm
to listen. I used to, but the first UK content creator, King Richards was the first one
Oh wow.
yeah, he was the first one. That was years ago. Now that was another lady that I remember I
hmm
talked to. She was a figure in the manosphere. Her name was Jessica X, and
Oh yeah, yeah,
you heard of Jessica X? Jessica X
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
Jessica. Now I actually did interview me and Jessica X. We were kind of like frenemies. We had no issues with each other, but we was respectful. But me and Jessica X was real, like, But she kind of, start. She did a lot of content, then she stopped because of her job and stuff like that. She
Yeah.
worked, but then she'd kind of start and stop. But she was a big
Yeah. She big
person in the man.
voice.
Yeah, big voice in the
Yeah.
manosphere back in the day. Like very controversial. Like a lot of the black women in the manosphere, they did not like her. She was biracial. Her dad was Nigerian
Yeah.
and her mom was white. And
Mhm.
it was a whole big thing with her, but she was a big. But I don't know if you noticed, it was a lady, another content creator in England,
Right.
who they mixed the two. They mixed the two apart. They mixed them up. I'm sorry. They couldn't tell them apart, and the other lady went viral because they thought she was Jessica X, and she was like wondering. It was crazy for like a good 2 weeks. Everybody thought
Mhm.
she was Jessica X, and she was like trying to figure out, why are these people coming to my channel? Why are they doing this? Why are they?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I don't remember the name as such, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah, they thought they were the same person,
They
or
thought
yeah, they
they
mixed them up. Yeah.
they mixed them up, and then she got roasted for asking for money.
Yeah.
Because she was living. Now it was crazy, but I mean, people did donate to her, But
Mhm.
what ended up happening, she had got stressed out because of the attention she got, because it was like
Mhm.
overwhelming, and she
Yeah.
couldn't go live at all. It was a whole this happened probably, it either happened in the ninth. It was probably 20. It was either 20. I think it was 2020, maybe the
20,
tail end.
2020.
Yeah,
It was 2020,
2020.
around
It was during
2020. Yeah.
it was in COVID, man. She went live, and she was saying, all these people, they flagging my channel, and she was saying, I don't think she was light skinned, but I don't think she was biracial though. But
Mm.
they mixed them up, man, and it was real. That was real crazy. But yeah, shout out to my people from across the pond. I love you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
safety, Darrell. That's all I wanted to hear you say. Just say my queen. That's it.
My queen. I used to say, man, don't you know, that was a guy I learned today that did
Mm.
not like, when they were talking about the stuff, the different things going on. The guy
Mhm.
mentioned today that he did not like me because I called black women queens.
Oh wow.
I thought that was
That's weird.
crazy. He said that, why would you say that about them? But again, this is in a red pill
Mhm.
space. So, but
Mhm.
but they actually, it's funny you said that, because the guy felt that I was strange for calling black women. So I'm saying, so it's okay for people to write lyrics in hip hop
Mhm. Mhm.
calling black women all kinds of names. You're not gonna complain about that, but you're gonna complain about me saying something as it's symbolism, and it's a metaphor, term of
Right.
endearment, but you got a problem with that. But yes, Divine, you my queen.
Well,
You the second queen.
some men use queen, just to get kitty. So it doesn't matter. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't see why you can't say it. Pills
yeah,
throws it
man.
around all the time, calling everybody a queen.
Yeah,
Not every.
queens. They get mad, but they also didn't like Umar for calling black. They hated when he said queen too. But it's
Yeah,
I'm like, to each his own though. But yes, my queen, I'm happy to see you, the sector queen. You wearing your crown. You wearing it well.
absolutely. Yeah,
Taking, you fitting into and enjoying your role and
I
everything.
am. I'm enjoying it. I don't really care about it that much, to be honest. Some people take it way too literally around here, like it's a made
Yeah,
up shit. It's
man,
made up, okay? It's not real.
it's
Okay,
not.
it's made up.
I be honest with you. I pretended when I think, and I was really trolling when Drama was in the sector. I remember Drama won,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
pretended to be mad that Drama, and people
yeah.
actually thought I was mad at Drama.
Yeah, we did. We was trolling you for that. Yeah, we did. Yeah, I was
I
like,
was like,
what's that?
they're like, man, D the Rare really care. He wanted. No, I don't. I don't need. And he was like,
No.
man, D the Rare. But me and Drama, man, and I hope the brother, because I know he does his his
His
his
sports.
his sports
Yeah, he's
stuff.
cool, man. Drama's
But
fine, you
yeah,
know. He's not down and destitute. He's fine.
yeah, he seemed like he doing fine. He doing his sports thing. Now, there's still some things that I didn't like that he did in real
Mm,
life. But I ain't trying to like nail the dude to the cross for the rest of his life for some stuff. You chalk it up
mm,
and move on. I don't hold grudges like that. I'm not about to, you did this to me 3 years ago, and I remember like
mm-hmm.
I'm just not that type of person. Like
Well, we're
yeah.
adults, Diderot. We're adults.
We're supposed to be adults. I don't know about everybody.
Yeah.
I can't say that about everybody. There's some that
Drama, hit the link.
they are um uh in adult bodies with a
Mm-hmm.
childlike mind per se. But and then
We're
you got those.
grown.
I mean, then you been be honest with you. You got some people that just they just got some screws missing, and
Oh,
it's
definitely some screws missing, a whole lot missing. They missed a whole section of life. They just skipped over, you know? But we're adults, we're grown, we know how to handle situations. And if we feel like, a situation is done and you can move on from it and you've healed from it, that's what you're supposed to do. But some people have not healed from a lot of shit. And, when people start telling stories about their life, you can really see, wow, you really haven't grown or healed from it because you
yeah,
keep
man.
repeating it.
Man, there's some people that you'd be surprised, and I've seen this in other sectors. Man, there are people who carrying wounds from 10, 20, 30 years ago
Hmm.
to this day. Like it's amazing that the things
It
that people
is.
carry, and then they show that online when they come online, they carry it with them, and it's to me like listen, when you become a content creator, there's
Hmm.
a risk and responsibility that you take, and that just
Absolutely.
some can deal with it, some can't. To me, I've been doing this for 8 years. I went live, I think in 2017, maybe I think the
Hmm.
New Year's Day or something like that. I think it was the first city I went live and did my first video. And that's just part of the risk that you take when you go live. You put yourself in a position to be ridiculed, to
Yep.
be for people to be doxxed, to be doing all kind of stuff.
Hmm.
And that's why I never really like people think that the whole doxing stuff. I talk shit. That's what I
Hmm.
specialize in. And to me,
Same.
I'm not into all. I ain't got time to be looking up people's stuff. And when I did get stuff, it's people that sent me stuff. I am not spending 3 hours a day looking up stuff on people, and I don't care enough.
Hmm.
And it's not that important for me to be looking up and buying these little services where they can get all kind of public information and call
Hmm.
numbers. And I'm not doing like if people think that that's that important to them to do that. That's the reality is that even for me, you can literally just unload the app off of your phone, off your computer, and it all
Right.
go. You're done. You don't have to, whatever. It's just
It's
what it
just
is.
to really, it's just to embarrass you. Like, oh my gosh, this is what you have really going on. But in real life, people talk smack to each other in actual life, offline. They don't go out their way to go and find dirt on you and shit like that. You take the argument and you move on, or you fight about it and then you move on. Simple. Or you hold it forever. You just don't talk and interact with each other. Why can't that be applied online? No, we have to go dig into some shit.
Yeah, man.
Oh, look, he's got a mugshot. What he do? I've seen mugshots before in actual life on the damn street. It don't make a difference to me. I just don't care. I don't
That's a
care.
fact. That's the
I
fact.
was,
What's the
I'm like,
difference? What is
it,
the difference? You see mugshots when you go to, I'm going to say you lot's words, bodega. This person sold from here. Oh, wow. You just don't care about them.
That's the
facts.
Like,
fact. You speaking the
I
truth.
don't get it. I really don't understand it. But I'm tired of trying to apply logic to this internet shit and the spaces that we're in. I just let it ride because people are gonna do the crazy shit what they're gonna do.
Then that's facts. That is just the facts. But
And they always go for family. They always go for family. And you know what? Me and my family are good and solid. They're on the fucking internet. So they know how this shit is rolling. And guess what? We just don't care. We just don't care. But if you come out here telling your life stories and think people are not going to like have an opinion on that, more for you.
Right. So I want to ask you, Divine, what made you to decide to start
What, to
doing
go live?
yeah, to start
Um,
doing content? Like, what was you just like? I just decided to
I
just kind of
just I wouldn't call myself a content creator, even though I fall into that category. But I've been saying it from the gate. I like the interaction of some folks around here.
okay,
I really do. I like the conversations that we have. Even when we're clowning and talking shit, I enjoy it. And that is it. I treat this space like I treat any other space that I've been in because, I game. So I was going live with my gaming way before I came over to this YouTube shit. I was on Twitch,
okay,
gaming and
nice,
interacting and all sorts. Yes, I
okay,
was. I was part of some gaming groups and stuff. So I've always been interacting with people online. So I enjoy it. When I got to this Umar space, I've been saying it. I watch Umar in a comedic way. I just find him funny and outlandish and the shit that
yeah,
he be doing. Does he have somewhat of a good message? Yes, but his other shenanigans is what brought me into this space, and then people started popping up here and there. So, so being in like Max's chat, and yes, I would be over at the Purple Ones chat, and I just enjoyed the space. Even that, the little Japanese one, binary. I was in his space. I enjoyed the interaction with the jokes and stuff we was doing, and then I found your space. So that's
And
it.
my girl
And
saw the
then
you
Japanese
know,
I
you
guy.
don't
know,
know.
I
Last
heard,
year, was it a year ago? So I just said, you know what? Let me just go live and talk and give my opinions on some shit.
I
That's
heard
it.
Umar was dipping in some British cookies.
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
I
now,
tell
now
you, man, Uma is a character. He just keeps on giving. Whether
yeah,
you like him or not, he's what is it? What do they say? What's the word? TMK, help me out here. What is he? What is Umar here? Because I was out
he's
partying.
polarizing, very
Bloody
polarizing.
wanker.
Not wanker. I'll use either else. He's very polarizing, but
And
he's
people gravitate
interesting.
to him. Yeah, he's very.
They
They
do
gravitate.
gravitate to him. It's like the same way they're fighting for what's his name, Tommy, right now, because he was on the internet, and I guess YouTube's kicked him off again, and they're trying to get him back on here. It is what it is, man.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm wondering like you know because like every country he goes to, he gets a
Hmm.
really good reception and stuff. So
Hmm.
as long as he has an audience, he's not going to stop doing what he's doing.
Exactly.
So it's
And people
like,
gonna tune in.
yeah, people gonna chime in and stuff. So it's like, to me, Umar has become a almost like an industry, a
He is an
social media.
industry. He
a so,
is. He really is. Because you've got all the like the shot. He's got all the celebrities talking to him. He has debates with different pastors, all these different podcasts. As you know, he's international.
yeah, he is
People
very
are
interesting.
galvanized by him. They're interested in him, whether they like him or not. They're still gonna watch.
That is so true.
So all this uproar that's going on here, fuck it. The only
Like
person that needs to be accountable you need to be accountable for yourselves. You
facts.
could give People could give you all their opinions and all the advice, all the YouTube advice. You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be talking. You're doing a disservice to yourself. If I was you, I wouldn't be on the net. But guess what? You have your own free will and own choices to make. Who am I to tell you what to do? If you want to be on TMK's panel right now with all the shit that's going on, that is your choice.
Mm.
I
Facts.
don't
Speaking
have
the
to. You
truth.
don't have to take anyone's opinion. Your opinion could be anal to me. I don't have to take it. I don't have to follow it. I can hear it, but I don't have to listen to it.
Yeah.
Like they say, you could tune it out, right?
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
I like, for me, just don't watch. Just
Don't
look, man,
watch.
just
But
don't
you
watch.
want to
That's
watch
yeah, just
because you
don't
want to
watch.
clip something. You want to, oh my God, he says something. Ooh. That's why
Yeah,
everyone's
man.
here. That's why TMK's clouds is heavy. Because they're here recording, they're here to clip and to catch you out on some shit. Oh my God, he said this. Oh, let me send it to them so they know what he's doing out here. Do you get me? No life. No
That's
life.
why
You
I
hurt
said.
these people so badly that, you know, they got nothing else going on for themselves. They want to see you go down and stuff like that. For
It's
what?
crazy. It's
That's what I
crazy.
said. That's what I said to T.M.K, man. Strike their channel, man.
And
Strike
the funny thing is,
their
they're not so active like this in their actual real lives. No, they're not. They don't go to these extra lengths in their actual real life. If they did, then they would be in a better place. You know, they would channel their energy in a better place so they wouldn't have to buy, you know, project condos and shit. Yeah? But you're invested in, you know, accountability over the internet. If you're going to do it in this space, you've got to do it all the way across the board. And guess what? People are going to tell you, fuck you. Who are you to tell me what to do and how to be and how to act and how to feel? You ain't nobody. We only got one life, you know. Live it how you want to live it. Because once it's gone, that's it. You can't take none of this shit to the grave.
That's a
None of
fact.
it. The only thing that goes to the grave is your damn vessel. That is it. And whatever
Mm,
you choose to believe in is wherever you go. If you go to the grave and that's where it ends for you, well, that's where it ends. But I believe in a higher power and I believe I go somewhere else.
you go
So
to
none of
Grand
this
Theft
shit
Auto.
really matters.
You go to Grand Theft Auto, become a character.
Come an NPC, Mikey, yeah?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Tell them. Welcome to Ready Player One.
So Bombay, you're gonna be the topic of conversation
It
tomorrow.
sure is. It sure is, TMK.
I'm looking forward to it.
And absolutely, and
That's
have
the
fun
way.
with it. I'll be
That's
waiting for your next hit single.
I just make it into a
So
song or two. I
Divine.
draw content from them just like they draw content from me.
From me.
So
It's a
what? So
two-way
TMK,
street now, isn't it? How
uh
do you like
TMK.
it with the shoes on the other foot, eh?
Mm. Yes, mate.
Tim K, how comes I didn't get a song?
How come
oh.
who didn't
Mm.
get what?
How comes I didn't get a song?
Uh, Because you're just not that interesting, you silly cow. Why ask me this question in front of all these people? Well, couldn't you
Don't you know
DM me or
Divine?
something? I'll put
Divine.
it in
I
a private
when I
chat.
did
Blimey, but no, you want to just put it all up for everyone to see. And I couldn't do it this week because actually I'm on remand and I'm using the bloody screw's phone and she's sleeping on duty, but she doesn't know. All of her
no, it's not.
minutes will be gone and she won't have a clue now.
Well, if you're gonna make a song for me, yeah, can I suggest the instrumental? Can I get I can't remember the group name right now, but you to me are everything, the sweetest song that I can sing, oh baby.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh baby. Can I get that instrumental, please? Yeah.
Little up
You're gonna
tempo
have to
type
send
shit.
me that one.
Yes. Yes.
But don't you all know that I know a couple years I had people wanting me to do another happy ending song. And
Oh,
they did.
oh come on, get it.
Uh-oh.
I had a request for to do another. They wanted me to pick another. They didn't want me to do it with. So they wanted me to somebody else to do it. I said no, I'm not doing that.
I'm
And
gonna
so
bump the remix on the way out.
yeah, like, but they wanted. I had a happy endings request. I was like, damn, okay.
Hey
Let's
man,
go.
hey
Happy
man,
end is 25.
hey
But you know
Bombay,
what?
Bombay,
I had a
Bombay.
song.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, hey, you want to hit my pop for a second?
Hit a
Oh my
who?
God.
You want to talk to my pop for a second?
Oh, your pops is here, Mikey. Why you
One and
not Father Mikey?
and
Hmm?
now we're gonna bring them on next time, man. It's getting late.
Yeah, it is getting about that
Late,
time.
Holmes. Yo, Holmes, it's getting
I,
late, Holmes. Laters, man. I told you we got to go to bed, fool. We gotta get up in the morning, man. We got grass to cut.
Yes,
This
see,
money ain't gonna make its goddamn self. You know, that's the problem now, man. You always just sitting around playing video games and shit, eh? We all
Look at
hear
this bitch ass
about
nigga right here. Hold on, hold on,
back.
hold on, TMK, TMK, hold on that thought. Look at this bitch ass nigga in the chat.
Oh no.
Bitch ass nigga.
Yo, don't look at the chat. Don't look at
they
the chat.
said
Yeah,
they
don't look at the
said
chat, Mikey.
Focus.
they said JLM left his live to come over here.
Yeah, little bitch ass.
See, people forgot JLM.
Woo!
They forgot his original name. We went away. I gave him the name Smoke. He ran with it.
Boy.
That's
My
funny, man.
man,
Let,
my
let me
man, my
stop.
man, my man ran with it like a ugly ass buffalo face ass dog ass nigga.
Damn, damn. Man,
He
Mike, you
came
trying
in.
to you
He
roasting
came.
today.
But peep this. He can't even come on my. He can't even come up on my panel and address me as a man. He got to go get bitch ass pills.
Oh
Pills?
wow. Mikey.
Pills still around?
Where are we going? Yeah, Pills is he's changed now. He's doing he's part of this risk takers
Okay.
Inc. team thing. So he's got a lot thing. He said he's got a lot coming through and stuff. He's doing a
Okay.
lot. So that's
Okay.
why he hasn't been around. Well,
You
that was
know,
the last update from him.
I wanted to ask you this. How do I don't understand how people make money from gaming. How do they like? How does that work?
Well, well, it's the same as like streaming on YouTube. So you just have to
Okay.
get the subscribers and then you just go live. But with Twitch now and with Keycan, Discord, Rumble, you know, like you can monetize right from when you start your channel.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a
So
fact.
it's
So
literally the same, Deidre. You just go live, do what you do here, but just play a game. That is it.
that's
Yeah.
it. Simple as
That
that.
is it. Just as simple as that. You just go live and play your game.
So I don't
Some
understand.
people, yeah, go on, sorry.
So how do people like what gravitates like how do people gravitate to one person more than the other? Is it like the reaction, how well they
It's a
play the game?
commentary. It's a commentary. And
Okay, the come okay.
a lot of them are not in, like, a lot of them are with groups and stuff. So, let's say, like, if you're playing COD, Call of Duty, a lot of people are in groups and things, but they have their own channels and stuff. So then you get the people interacting like that. So they'll bounce to each other's channels. Um, Also, you have celebrities that come through that play the games and they join some of these gamers as well. So that brings a lot of traction too. But it's mainly that, again, it's nothing different from what we do here on YouTube. It's the personality and how you just interact and stuff.
Oh,
That is
okay.
Yeah,
it.
that's a fact.
It's
That's a
Wow.
fact.
literally the same, but they're just gaming. That is it. But again,
Wow.
they do have groups and stuff where they join up or do collabs and stuff. And it's literally the same. Absolutely the same. They're just playing the same game. And with the games like Call of Duty, you can, you know, play with a whole, how many people, Mikey? I think it's up to
Like maybe.
30 or so.
Yeah,
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 you
yeah,
can have
yeah.
30 people in your stream, in your session. So if all those
Yeah.
30 people have got channels and everyone's interacting and they like what they're hearing from you and how you game and how you play the games or how you explain the game, you're going to get that interaction. And then
That's a
plus, a lot
fact.
of them, they also not just game, they also do what we do here. They podcast as well.
Oh
So
yeah,
they will
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah, yeah.
discussions about games and things, or just have general discussions.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
this thing too, man. You know, shout out to the sector, man. You know, for dealing with my BS. And
Hey,
you
Mikey, you
know.
entertaining, Mikey.
Hey, good
yeah,
luck, man. Good looks for that. And good looks for everybody for boosting my channel up for me to get monetized. You know, finally
congrats,
I,
Mikey.
finally I could press the button to get get the channel monetized. You know, that's
I
a
feel you.
that's a wave. You know,
But
that's a
Cool.
yeah,
that's
it's the
a
same.
that's a good opportunity. I could do that.
Yeah, you can,
Um,
Mikey. I told you to do that. I told you to do it on Twitch. Now that they've changed the rules on monetization, you can be monetized right now. And a lot of
mhm.
people are gravitating towards Twitch again. A lot of people are because all the shenanigans that YouTube pulls, a lot of people like Twitch again. So a lot of people are going over to Twitch to podcast. You don't have to game on Twitch. It offers so much more. There's people live cooking on there and
Right.
You know, I'm saying random stuff, golfing, making things. Like it's crazy. It's just how you want to work social media. All these
like
platforms
like
are
like
available to make money.
like my girl cooking with Kaya.
Oh, you like her? A lot of people like cooking with Kai.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
alright.
she's
They
good.
like.
She's cool. She
Heard she be
cool.
wearing all kind of little little
All
outfits.
little outfits. Yeah, she does. Like I watch a gamer. Her name's Bella Grace. I
Mhm.
gravitated towards her because she plays with Chris Brown. They-
Man.
and he be talking. I'm just like, whoa, like Chris Brown is really here. And he's just gaming.
Oh,
And
That's cool.
well.
yeah. And Drake's been on a couple of streams with other people. You know, he's been on one of the biggest gamers that they said at the time, Ninja, who was, the champion of Fortnite. Drake has joined his stream. So a lot of people who are Drake fans join Ninja's stream. And, that's how it works. It's all the same, really. It's just how you interact with the people at the end of the day. That's all it is. But get your money. Kai Cenat, we all know he's one of the biggest streamers right now, and he got his start on Twitch. He
Mhm.
streams on Twitch to YouTube.
Mm.
Cool.
So
Well,
he be doing
Bombay.
those 24-hour streams, 72-hour streams where there's nothing going on, but the people are in there just chatting. And he doesn't even really see the chat because it's moving so fast. But if he points out one of your comments, the world is made.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. Well,
Yeah, but
Well,
yeah.
Bombay, I'm about to get out of here, man. You
yeah,
make my
man.
day
Any
great.
last words, y'all? I got to wrap. I can't believe I've been on here this long, but it was a good one. It was a good one. The
Yeah, man, it was
D7
cool.
came through. The Queen herself, Her Majesty,
Yeah.
came to Grace, Her Highness came through to bless us, and
Yeah, man.
we
Thanks for
is
having me up.
and we
Thank you.
are not amused.
I'm glad to
Get
come
you
up
a
and
fool.
chop it up with everybody.
I'm going to go first. So, Diderot, all the best, mate. Do
Thank
you.
you.
You
Appreciate it.
get me? Just do you. All the best. Mikey, I'll see you around in the sector as always. TMK, it's always a pleasure. Like I said, I want a song, TMK.
Okay, I
I,
got
I,
you.
I like a song.
You know
I'm
what?
dry begging. Yeah, I
I'm
want a
gonna come
song.
up with a good one. It's gotta be
Yeah.
so.
But thank you for having me come up and stuff. And I'm going to go live for a little bit, just bullshit with everybody else. So, yeah, I'll see
All
you
right.
over there. Take care, everyone. Bye
All right,
bye.
Queen. See you later,
All
Queen.
right.
See
Right.
ya.
Queen
All
has
right.
left the building. All right, Mikey. And Mikey, next time don't drop a whole bunch of names with the bitch ass niggas and all that. Nah, you feeding the bear. You feeding the bear, man. We don't want to.
No, but look, but look,
We
but
don't
look.
want to
Let me
give
tell you this. I
that
want to
gives
give you a good
context.
theory. Look, look,
Go
look. I
ahead.
want to give it. I want to feed the bear so when he gets fat, he can't move. Feel me? I want to make sure I'm feeding them good fish, like salmon. You know, you can make some shit with that. You know what I mean, so I want to feed that bear. I want to make sure that bear is full. You know what I mean?
Okay. And Mikey, there was a Zen monk. He was hanging from a high branch 100 feet off the ground, only by a rope that he had clenched in his teeth, and his hands was tied behind his back. And a person from below shouted up and said, "Say one word, utter one word that could save your life right now." All right, Mikey. Thank you for coming through. That was just a Zen koan just to keep you up since you're smoking. So, all right.
That's a
So
good one. That's a good one. That's a
give
good
us
one.
your
That's a
answer in the
good.
morning. Give us your
That's a good
answer.
one. That's a
And
good one.
all right,
That's a
thanks for
good
coming
one.
through.
All right. All right.
All right. D Derail.
All right, man. I'm gonna make it short and sweet. Hey, man, appreciate you for having me up. Definitely, kind of led me to come up to holler at you and kind of not just to you, but others again. Appreciate all the support. I'm doing my thing. I'm all in well, all in good spirits, and I'm gonna just let everything do what it do. And that's pretty much it. It's just simple as that. I mean, um, I'm living life, doing things, continuing to, operate, do my thing, still working within my industry and so forth. And, I'm just going to let the chips fall as they may.
No
But
doubt. That's all you
But
can
you know,
do.
I'm again, content gonna be done. It's gonna be created. I'm gonna continue to do my music, and you know, hey, that's basically it, man. But I did enjoy the interaction with everybody, talking to everybody, and I also enjoyed, you know, some of the little trolling that was going on. It's all good. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
All right, peace. Woo, I'm yawning in the morning, crack of dawn it, man. I was not supposed to be on here like this. But Darrell came through and it kind of just took on a life of its own. But you know me, I'm grateful, thank for everybody that came through. I meant everything I said at the beginning of the live. uh Darrell came up. I like it, and you know, reminded me, you know, don't sweat the small stuff, don't sweat the case. And you know, there's some truth to that. Even if you respond alluding to certain things, it's still a response, you know, and there's so much more to talk about. I could have stretched out the whole government thing for 2 hours. So we're just moving into different topics in 2026, trying to do some new things, move in a different direction with this new kind of energy we got here. Was going to take it out on happy endings, but you know what? That's too long, man. And I'm sleepy, and I should have been gone. I know I'm gonna hear about this in the morning when I wake up and got to go through the whole day dealing with these grandkids. You know how it is. So I want to thank everybody else for coming out. Thank you. And I leave you with words of peace and tranquility. Namaste.